ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Losers Lounge podcast. Today, we will be talking Elimination Chamber 2025. I know, it's weird to hear my voice, the Skull King, Beast Mode 9000, but Christian Maracle gave me the honors of opening this episode of the Losers Lounge podcast. So it is definitely an honor to open the podcast, being the first voice that you hear today, as we're going to talk Elimination Chamber 2025, talking all the matches on the card. It's going to be a great show. Top to bottom, it looks like it's pretty damn stacked. And now, it is my turn to introduce the next member of the Losers Lounge podcast, the person that you usually hear opening the podcast. You'd think I'd be introducing Christian Maracle, but no, I feel like I want to give this man a little special introduction because, ladies and gentlemen, he's not just heel Balor. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not just one of the founding members of the Losers Lounge podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Swag.
Hello, the heelest of Balor's.
It's Mr. Swag, dude.
Shut the fuck up. The heelest of... All right, fine, for once. The swaggiest of swags. I don't know. Is here. That's right, heel Balor's out the door for like a few seconds. I'm back. I know you haven't heard this name in like God knows how long, but the swaggiest of swags, the heelest of Balor's, your fellow loser is here. It's great to be back on the podcast once again, talking the Elimination Chamber, Toronto, Canada, Sky Dome, Rogers, whatever you want to call it, Christian Miracle's kingdom as well. I'm ready to talk about it. We have a ton of stuff to talk about, but I'm not alone. Of course, Beast is here. Let's see the other losers. But any further ado, our other fellow loser, he is the steepiest of steeps. He is the right-hand man. He is my fellow loser. Steve! Get on in here.
Sorry, I'm still hung up on Mr. Swag. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Swag Balor. Anyways, yeah.
You're both fired. Go ahead.
Anyways, yeah, it's it's Chamber Week. It's another big event going on with the WWE. Traditions. You can't have any one of those without hearing our voices here. It's a pleasure to be back with the greatest, crew possible, the greatest podcast ever on this platform. And yeah, we're gonna kick things into gear, and to pass things over on to Mr. Black Negan.
Hello? Hello? Can someone open the door?
What are you doing out there?
What are you doing outside, bro?
I know I'm outside because you locked me outside, you dick.
Did somebody not give him the passcode?
But I thought we was all inside.
Exactly.
You didn't give me the password, you dick.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oops.
Did you try Dickie 69420?
That was the first one I tried.
Son of a bitch.
That was the first one I tried, you ass.
Did you try Eat Corn the Long Way?
Yes, that was the third one.
Well, son of a bitch.
Did you try Will Loves Pretty Deadly?
What do you think the fifth one was? So I guess I'm doing my segment outside then. You fucking asshat. Yeah, shut up. That's a dude fucking honking at me. That's what you're gonna have to hear for the rest of the podcast, folks. But yeah, you already know my name. It's Black Negan. You call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. Just know that after this podcast, I'm slapping the shit out of somebody. Looking at you, Will.
At least he doesn't know I'm the one that locked him out. Wait, I'm not.
See?
You're getting no. The second this ends, I'm gonna fucking chin slap you. Anyway, the next host, TYLORE.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing pretty well there. Yeah, I don't know how the hell that Black Negan was locked out. But we tried every single damn passcode. Have you tried every passcode, mate? Because there's probably some others that you could have tried. I don't really know.
I tried all of them.
Yeah. Thank goodness that my passcode was with a pass key instead of a pass code. But
either one of you had one of your fingers in your prolapsed assholes and gave me the wrong password, or you fucking forgot it.
Damn. But Anyway, I hope you guys are doing lovely on this fantastic day. We're about to get to a new month, and we're about to get to one of my personal favorite pay-per-views of the year. Previously known back in the day in the schedules as No Way Out, but nowadays known as the Elimination Chamber. This year being in Toronto, Canada, which, I'll tell you, that's a big deal as well, and especially considering how big of a venue it's going to be this year. Oh, I am excited for that. But, right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time for me to introduce our next member of the crew. I'll tell you, he is a man you do not want to mess with. And I'll tell you this much. If you know something about Tokusatsu, he probably knows it all too well. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Leo the Phenom.
All right, I'm all set up after I have to climb out of that toilet. I told you to come through that way, Black Negan. Anyway, I'm glad to be back on.
Dude, I'm a wrestling fan just like you. I already stink enough. I don't want to stink anymore.
Hey, I told you to pull a skibbity toilet when you get locked out.
Fuck you and skibbity toilet.
Anyway, yeah, we're talking Elimination Chamber, or unless you're living in Germany, it's called No Escape. We are going to be talking about our 4 matches and our one major segment that's going to be involving our WWE Champion and our TKO boss and final boss. But before we get to that, we gotta introduce our other man, our other loser. Please welcome Mr. Dustin.
What's up, everybody? I'm fine. I'm back on the podcast and ever since the Rumble podcast, and we're about to talk the Elimination Chamber. I'm very excited for this show, and I'm ready to talk about the show. So let's get the show on the road, shall we?
Before we do that, Dustin, I feel like we had to save the best for last. The best member of the Losers Lounge podcast, the man that started it all. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Christian Maracle.
Damn straight.
Absolutely.
You saved the best for last. If that's the case, how come Black Negan went third?
True.
He's outside, so I don't want him to get cold.
He's already cold. He lives like freaking Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna punch one of you in your fucking yam bags when this is over.
Yam bags?
What the fuck is a yam bag?
What kind of weird fetish do you have, buddy?
One of your yam bags is getting punched the second I get back to the other side.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this right now. I had nothing to do with this because I'm on preparations right now, getting ready for this weekend. I've been too busy getting ready for the fact that I am gonna be at Elimination Chamber here in my kingdom of Toronto. I didn't have time to deal with like passcodes and whatnot. Matter of fact, I didn't even know we had a passcode thing. I mean, the door just opened for me. So I figured, the same would have been said for him. But don't worry, man. We'll figure this stuff out. I'll help you out as much as I can. In the meantime, I hope you're at least dressed up out there, good for the weather.
Christian is a Jedi, to be fair. He is holding a lightsaber in his profile picture, so he probably just used the Force to open the door.
That's a red lightsaber.
Well, we're fucked.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a Gashicon breaker for that door.
Yeah. Well, anyways, folks, it's great to be here. It's great to talk the Elimination Chamber. For the first time ever, it's taking place in Toronto. But this is the big deal, man. For the first time in 23 years, the Rogers Center, formerly the Sky Dome, is hosting a WWE event. Last 2 times it happened. Well, actually, here's the thing. Last 3 times it happened. I forgot. 2 WrestleManias and an episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that is such a big deal for you guys to be getting a stadium show again. Like, It's so long for you guys. It has to be special.
I figure while we're talking about that, I'll give that fun fact. Folks, the time that Monday Night Raw was hosted at Rogers Center, it was in the 90s, yes. It holds the record for the largest attendance in Monday Night Raw history, still to this day. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that's not going to be that case.
What was the last WWE should be at the Sky? What was it? The Mania with Rock and Hogan?
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 18, March of 2002.
God
23
damn.
years ago. I was not there. I was almost 6 years old. I was not there, but a friend of mine, his name's Dave. He used to be my former bassist in my old metal band, which, by the way, folks, you're going to see him. I'll be vlogging the experience, and you'll be introduced to him, so keep an eye out for him. He was at WrestleMania 18, so he's been there before. But me, I've been to Rogers Center for several baseball games. I'm not saying I'm a huge Blue Jays fan. It's like, anytime I'm bored and I just want something to do, I just go to a freaking baseball game. I mean, prices are good and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, this continues the tradition of the Elimination Chamber continuing to be an international premium live event. I mean, a United States crowd technically has not seen the Chamber since 2020. In Philadelphia, more or less. In 2021, it was in the United States, but it was part of the Thunderdome era, so let's be honest, nobody saw it in person. 2022? Sorry. Oh my god.
Did someone mention Philly?
Yeah, I did. What the hell is going on out there?
There's a lot of traffic out here.
Willie, this is why I told you we should not have built our studio right beside a frickin' busy highway.
Why would you
we had to build it somewhere. We had to build it somewhere.
Did you have to choose a frickin' city?
Well, then buy a freaking field, you idiot.
Why? It's a lot more easy to build by the street.
What,
To be fair, I looked into it. The rent was cheaper.
Okay, he's got a fair point on that. But anyway.
That's not very Mr. Swag of you, Will.
Mr. Swag.
Fuck you.
That is definitely not good. So anyways, back to what I'm saying. Yeah, 2022, the Elimination Chamber was in Saudi Arabia. 2023, it was in Canada, but it was in Montreal, Quebec. Last year, it was in Perth, Western Australia. TYLORE, I know for a fact, was enjoying that, even though he wasn't at the show.
Yeah, I was enjoying that, watching it on Foxtel back in the day, but now it's on Netflix, so yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yep.
I was at the Elimination Chamber in 2020.
Yep. Here's the thing, oddly enough, you attended, KESHAWN, I just not realized that you have attended the last time Elimination Chamber was in March.
Yes, I have.
And I'm going to be attending. The next one is in March.
Somehow I win.
Ta-da! Nah, my audience is going to be bigger than yours.
Well, screw you.
And louder than yours.
Well, screw you.
Oh, and also more passionate than yours.
Okay, now you're fucking capping.
Hey, look, just be thankful you guys won a Super Bowl, okay?
Correction, we won 2.
You won 2 this year? How's that possible?
Did you see what we did to the Chiefs?
Yeah. Okay, that was 2 wins.
Exactly.
Anyway.
And now rumor has it that because of what the Eagles did to the Chiefs, Taylor Swift is about to make a new album dedicated to Travis called The Yellow Flags Turn Red.
Oh boy. Oh, that just got weird. Alright, folks. Yes, there are 4 matches to talk about for the Elimination Chamber, but there are 5 things we're talking about here. 4 matches, 1 segment. And here's the thing. Normally, on these podcasts, I would say we will do non-title matches first, followed by the title matches. However, this time, there are no title matches to talk about.
How?
Well, yeah, this is the first time that there hasn't been a title match on a premium live event since Survivor Series of 2021. But that show had a reason. All the champions were busy fighting each other, not defending their titles. That was different. This, on the other hand, there's not a single title on the line. There hasn't been a reason for not having a title on the line. That's crazy to think. We got multiple title matches over the course of the weekend, but none of them is on the actual Chamber date. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, folks. I'll be honest, when I first heard about that, I was like, oh, here we go. We're about to hear right after the Elimination Chamber. Fuck. I mean,
Yeah, it's on fucking Raw.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm still gonna see that. I'm attending SmackDown. At the time of the release, it's tonight in Toronto. I'm attending SmackDown, and then I'll be attending the Chamber at Rogers Center. So I'm going from Scotiabank Arena to Rogers Center. That's nice. And then I will be attending Monday Night Raw in Buffalo, New York. So I got 3 shows I'm attending. That's why I call this the Winter Threat Weekend.
Hell yeah.
And also, yeah, Winter Threat Weekend, because the winter is going to be a huge threat. Trust me. The temperatures are going to drop to the point where nobody is going to be around. And yet, it's still going to feel heated in there because the energy is going to be wild. But even then, I'm like, you don't have a single title match for Elimination Chamber. You could have at least put one. That would have been nice. Put Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky on there. Because get this, no world title match. No mid-card title match, no tag title match, no women's title match, not even the frickin' speed title match.
And apparently what they're doing with Speed at the minute actually sounds good. It's like you could have put one of the damn Speed title matches on there, but nope, instead you decided to go with no title matches, even though, oh, I don't know, it's like one of your big pay-per-views, and that it's a stadium show. Like, at least have one title match for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing, like, I don't understand for this case is, like, you know, it's like, you have 14 championships on the main roster, and not a single one is going to be on the line at Elimination Chamber. 14 titles, not a single title match.
This is the problem, Paul. You're charging people to go to these shows hundreds and thousands of dollars, and you only give us 4 matches, 5 maybe.
I mean, here's
I understand the term of less is more, but goddamn, give us a little more.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, here's the thing. There is that phrase, "less is more." This is nothing.
Like, you got, like, okay, you have 2 chamber matches. Like, okay, you have an unsanctioned match. Okay, you have a tag title match with a legend from Toronto. Okay, and you have a segment with The Rock and Cody Rhodes. Oh, okay, like 2.5, maybe 3 hours. Like, I understand, but like I'm not advocating for him to come back, but Jesus, when Vince was in charge, at least he gave you value for your buck to attend these shows.
Actually, well, here's the thing. This whole thing started ever since TKO got WWE, so that's on them.
Yeah, like, even then, like the last like handful of shows before like 2024 at least had like 6, 7 matches.
Fair point.
Believe me, right now I just miss the fact that we don't get titles defended in the chamber anymore. Instead, it's just #1 contendership when you could have decided another way. Just like what you did in the good old days.
Good old days indeed. I always enjoyed it when the Royal Rumble winner waited until after the chamber, added importance to the show, because it's like, the person I want, it's not about the title I want to go for, it's the champion I want to face. And I could say, this guy would be interesting to face at WrestleMania, but then he loses the title. I'm like, oh shit, now I can't face him anymore.
So what do we say? Just real quick, we have 4 matches on the card, 1 segment, right?
Yeah.
So let's do some math. I hate math. So chamber match gonna be, I'm just gonna say for the record, 45 minutes per chamber match. So that's 2 45s. It's 90 minutes in. So then we got tag title match. That's gonna be another 20. The unsanctioned match, that's gonna be probably another 30. And then the segment, which is gonna be 15.
I'd probably say 30.
155
Actually, wait, hold on. I would say probably 30 because, for one
30,
thing,
okay.
Cody's got to make his long entrance. The Rock's got to make his big entrance. The Rock's got to pause in between his words, and then he's got to repeat the words he says. And don't forget, last year, Grayson Waller hosted his Grayson Waller Effect at Elimination Chamber involving Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and that went on for 30 freaking minutes.
You're right. So, like, you're looking at 170 minutes. That is 2.8333 repeating hours.
Yeah.
2.8 hours.
Technically,
Not even 3 hours. So you could have put 2 title matches on there to give it a little more substance. Like, that would have made more. I don't know.
Well, don't forget.
Like,
Here's the thing. You added that. Well, here's the thing. You added that stuff in. Don't forget the like freaking ads that go in between matches and segments.
Yeah.
Oh
fair enough.
yes, because
So you're looking at about 3
So
hours.
yeah,
But
you're
even
looking at
still,
3.5 hours.
title matches in there to push it over 4. Like, come on, man.
And let's not forget the pre-show is going to be 2 hours long, which is way too long for that. So it's like, if you're watching everything that goes with the show, you're looking at like 6 hours or so.
If you thought that was it, okay, sorry, hold on a sec, Leo, I'll get to you in a moment. But here's the thing: if you thought that wasn't anything, SummerSlam last year had a 3-hour pre-show.
Oh God!
It did because I was there. I was like, okay, the show's starting at 7. Pre-show must be at 5. I looked online. Pre-show's at 4. I'm like, what the fuck? They started the pre-show an hour before the doors even open. I'm like, how the hell do you have a 3-hour pre-show and no matches on that thing? Okay.
The only reason why I watched the Rumble pre-show was because of that funny segment with Michael Cole opening up a CM Punk card.
Yeah.
That at least was good, but
yeah. All right.
outside of that, nothing much.
Yeah. All right, Leo, I'm going back to you. What were you trying to say from earlier?
All I want is add a little more that way the fans feel like, hey, it was worth coming to this, because like if I'm going to I went to a Rumble last year, like I understood why there was only 4 matches. Like you have 2 Rumbles that go over an hour, and then you had a world title match that went like 20, and then a U.S. title match that went like a 15, and then you had in between, like you can have that kind of like breaks, like for a bathroom and whatnot. But I'm gonna give an example of what grinds my gear, and and rightfully enough, it took place last year, and also it took place in Toronto. Money in the Bank. Like, you had 2 ladder matches that went about 20 minutes. You had a IC title match that went 12. You had a world title match that went like 15, and then you had a main event that went 30. Add that up, that's like about almost 90 minutes, and that was a 3-hour show. What happened in between? And then also like a 20-minute segment with John Cena. So like that's almost like an hour and a half of dead space. What happened? Just advertisements, like video packages of like wrestlers who aren't even on the show.
Yeah, the big issue with all this is, you're charging your fans a lot of money for these tickets and giving them less of what they could have paid for. And
100%.
Go back a couple years ago and whatnot, prices, I'll admit, were up, but still, they were still doable, and we were getting a lot of matches out of it, and things worked out. And the reason why it's like, I got lucky. I didn't pay a shit ton of cash for the tickets I got, because, I'm going with Mama Maracle and my friend Dave. They each pitched in for this. We each paid like $230, and we're sitting on the 100 sections, just a little bit above the floor. So I'd say we did good for a stadium show anyway. But regardless, you pay that money, and you're getting mostly advertisements and entrances. I'm like, entrances? Yes, I get it. They're nice, but they're not the big reason why people come to the show. If you come to the show just to watch cool entrances, what the fuck is wrong with you? But also, it's like, there's 4 matches, which means we have to enjoy it as much as we can, but there's another thing I don't like is the video packages. When they're showing the build up to the match, they take freaking forever to get done. I watch something and it lasts like 5 minutes, and I'm like, honestly, you could have just ended the whole thing in like 60 seconds. Could have just done the whole thing in 60 seconds out of, okay, this guy did this guy did that, this guy retaliated, he retaliated, here we are. I'm like, okay, sounds good, I'm good.
Believe me, I love me a good video package. Like, when it's done right, the video packages can be great, but when you're filling in so much dead air with like random sponsorship stuff, like, oh, we're doing something with Fortnite even though we're not, like, come on, at least announce some new WWE skins or something like that.
Yeah, and another reason why, like, you know, those advertisements are annoying is, let's say, even like one time I was watching an NXT Premium Live event. I don't remember which one it was, but a match ended and they went through a 5-minute video package showcasing Bianca Belair for some reason, even though she was obviously not there at the show. I'm like, why are we watching this? So that's why things are definitely getting a little out of control, and I don't understand why. I get if the Royal Rumble had 4 matches, because let's be honest, as long as those matches were combined, those 2 Royal Rumble matches this year literally went 2.5 hours, and that's from bell to bell. I'm not kidding. So that's understandable. But the Elimination Chamber, they could have definitely added a 5th match. Maybe that Rhea Ripley Io Sky match would be great.
Yeah,
but
100%.
yeah, there's not a single title match out of all of this. It just doesn't feel right to go to a pay-per-view / premium live event without the possibility of a new champion being crowned, because they're saving all big title matches for the big 4 events like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, or SummerSlam. They don't even fucking do that for Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the case, then like, should we just cut these other pay-per-views? Like, just keep like the big 5, like just Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, and Survivor Series.
Hell, look at NXT. NXT Vengeance Day this past week, a couple weeks ago, had 6 matches in 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Such a show.
That just shows that
NXT knows what they're doing.
Yes, they do.
I always like to look at this. You got WWE that has 2 little matches and so much dead air. You got AEW that has too many matches and very little time to breathe. Now you have NXT that's a perfect balance in between them.
Yeah, NXT is a happy medium ground.
Yeah.
Now what do you bet that right after we said all this, a fucking match for the tag team titles is gonna be announced on SmackDown tonight on SmackDown?
Well, possibly.
Guaranteed.
I'm gonna be
obviously watch our show.
Yeah,
After all this rant we just did.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the matches yet. But this is just goes to show that we just had a lot of time.
After all this ranting we just did, they're gonna be like, hey, here's the tag team title match.
But I'm shocked. Here's the thing. I'm shocked that they're only reserving Chelsea Green, the United States champion, for the SmackDown in Toronto. You got these mid-card championships for the women. You're not even going to broadcast them on the pay-per-views to try and give them some more, like, exposure?
What was the point of making more titles?
Not to mention, of course, I don't understand how Lyra Valkyria, she managed to retain her title this past Monday. That was her first title defense since winning it almost 2 months ago.
Women's mid-card
How is
champions.
that not on pay-per-view?
No, better question. This is an effect that's only happened to this superstar for whatever reason. Shinsuke Nakamura, your U.S. champion, hasn't defended the belt since mid-December.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was early January. But even then, still a long time. That was his first title defense, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm. It's only happened to him. Like, his first reign as U.S. champion, barely defended it. He defended 2 times in 6 months. And then his IC championship reign, defended 3 times in 9 months.
Yeah.
Both of his last 2 title reigns.
Yeah, this is why, I just don't understand how I don't understand what's so difficult about expanding the amount of matches and also giving more championship opportunities here. Honestly, the part that sucks about all this is Triple H or whoever the hell's in charge here, they hear the complaints about that and they think, oh, don't worry, we'll help you guys out. All right, what you gonna do? Let's just make another 2-night show. Why?
That adds more dead air.
Oh, I'll tell you why. Money.
Yeah. Fucking TKO is trying to TKO the audience.
True.
God damn.
But even then,
Skip.
people are still going to
Skip
pay
that.
for it. People are still going to pay for it. People are still going to attend the show. So, like, even then, it seems like almost nothing we say really matters. So, since nothing we say even matters, how about we just dive into the show like we should be doing?
Yeah, it's all,
Damn right.
yeah, we spent like 20 minutes running.
Yeah.
I was
we're-
gonna say, I guarantee our fans are wondering when the hell we're getting to the podcast. Don't worry, folks.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah, we're 30 minutes into the podcast, folks. We're just getting started. But no, don't worry, folks. That ain't gonna be the case for the rest of this. We're diving in. We just had a lot to say about the lack of a lot of things here, and don't worry, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with what we're saying here. But anyway, it's time to talk the matches and also this segment. All right, loud and clear. This segment right here. Cody Rhodes has a decision to make. I mean, last week on SmackDown, The Rock randomly showed up out of nowhere for no reason and told Cody Rhodes, after repeating the same thing over and over again about how he loves the people and how he's like the final boss and how much Moana 2 made $1 billion. And then, of course, he said, oh, by the way, he also said Moana 2 made $1 billion. And he also mentioned how he's the final boss. Oh, and he also mentioned how, like, you know, their mothers are getting along. Oh, and then he mentioned Moana 2 made $1 billion. Oh, and then he finally...
Did he say anything about Monster Jam?
Unfortunately not. But anyway, and then he finally said, Cody, I want you to be my champion. I'm like, okay, hold on a sec, stop for a sec. What are you talking about for that? I want you to be my champion. I want to take your soul. What the fuck are you, a Dementor?
No, he's Shang Tsung, your soul is mine.
Oh, that's
This
also...
isn't fucking Mortal Kombat, Rock. What the hell?
I'm not gonna. This shit might get you age restricted, but the way he said that kind of made him sound like a throat goat. I'm just saying.
And we are already age restricted. I mean, it's not the first time we've been age restricted.
But
so
yeah, so he wants Cody to be his champion, and doing so, he's going to elevate Cody's career even higher and make everything possible. He's going to give him every dream he's ever dreamed of. I'm like, Cody kind of already has all that now. I mean,
Exactly.
the only thing that Rock could possibly do is have the boys recast Homelander.
Even then, he doesn't have much of a connection with Amazon.
No. No, not a chance.
The only thing
Although it
he
would
would be able to get him with is a deal with Disney for a film.
Yeah, Moana 3 or something.
Although it would be funny as hell to see Cody throwing a fucking temper tantrum and then blasting shit with his heat vision, and then in order to calm down, he just drinks some breast milk.
Yeah. So,
oh my god.
folks, if you've never seen The Boys, I am so sorry if we just scarred you. But anyway,
Yeah. It's a good show, though.
yeah, go check it out if you haven't, though. It's on Amazon Prime. So, the
And by
thing,
the
of course...
and by the way, don't forget Herogasm.
Okay, we're going to move on from this.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
move on
Yeah,
now.
we're going to move on from that. So the point of this whole segment, of course, is The Rock wants Cody to be the corporate champion, kind of like how Rock was corporate champion of Vince McMahon in the late 90s. The problem is, like, Cody's got no reason to turn. Like, as far as we know, everything is going perfectly for him. Every livelihood is going great. Every dream he's ever wanted, he's got it. He's succeeded. He's got everything he wants. He doesn't exactly have a reason to do this whole thing. That's why it's confusing. What's even more confusing is Cody is actually considering this too. Rock said, "You don't have to make a decision now. I will see you at Elimination Chamber in Toronto." And the look on Cody's face, it was first confusion, but then it was consideration. I'm like, why would you have to consider it? This is the same guy who absolutely whooped your ass and taunted your mother for sex on the road to WrestleMania. And now all of a sudden you guys are buddy-buddy here? That ain't cool, man. That ain't right. I don't understand how this is going to work. And to be perfectly honest, like, here's like, it'll be nice to see The Rock in Toronto. It's awesome. But I don't understand where this is going to go. Not to mention, why the hell, if The Rock just showed up out of nowhere and caused things to switch up on the road to WrestleMania on a whim. And I don't like the idea that we're switching things up on the whim just because The Rock wants to be involved here. This is exactly like the whole deal about, when Brock Lesnar was champion, or when Goldberg showed up and wanted to be champion, and they just gave it to him. And this person does this, and this person does that. This really feels, in a sense, like the part-timer era of the late 2010s. And this is not good. If The Rock wants to be involved in the road to WrestleMania, then he should have continued showing up after he appeared at Bad Blood.
Yeah, he really should have. But they're basically just teasing me at this point when it comes to the whole idea of Rock and Cody. And I know people saying it's not going to be likely, but God damn, they're teasing me at this point.
Giggity.
This late into the road to WrestleMania, where there's about to be no more pay-per-views left, and all you have is WrestleMania, now's not the time for teasing, now's the time for action. So, Dustin, shut the fuck up, Willie. Anyway, Dustin, I'll start with you. What's your thoughts on this upcoming segment with Cody Rhodes and The Rock, and do you think Cody should accept the offer?
I'm very interested to see where this goes, because I think this will definitely have give us a little bit of idea who's winning the men's chamber. But do I think Cody is going to accept his offer? I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. Fuck no, he will not. I just can't see a world where he just accepts just like that. It would have to take more convincing than this just for Cody to accept like that. I do think, like, on the way to Mania, I think he will accept, a la freaking Austin McMahon. But at the chamber, I think he's going to say no, and you'll see why I say that when we get to the men's chamber.
All right then. Yeah, I figured, like, for now we're just gonna talk about what we think could happen in the segment and what could be the result of Cody's decision. We'll save our predictions for what could happen afterwards once we talk about that certain chamber match. So in the meantime, TYLORE, what's your thoughts on this upcoming segment, and do you think Cody should accept the offer?
Oh my God, this has been one of the most convoluted stories that we've seen over the last year or so. This whole Rock and Cody saga has just been so convoluted and so messed with now, especially in these recent few months, that it's like, what are we even doing? What exactly is the point we're getting to? Because if we're trying to build to Rock versus Cody at Mania, this is not a great way to build to that match, guys. This isn't. Like Rock over here coming out on SmackDown being like, hey, New Orleans, you're getting a WrestleMania, but also you suck. And that, oh, yeah, I make more money than all of you because the movie I made $1 billion, even though the movie wasn't really that good.
Oh, hold on a second.
Like,
I apologize for interrupting, but TYLORE, I just now realized something. Did you know Moana 2 made $1 billion?
Oh.
Sorry, The Rock just keeps repeating it.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse when the live action one comes out. And then he'll probably say, oh, this did $2 billion.
Even though I highly doubt that is gonna make $2 billion.
Yeah, and also, did you know that Moana 2 made $1 billion? Also, did you know that TYLORE is also Australian? I didn't know that. I thought he was Scottish.
Oh my God, you're still on about that?
We got it back.
And did you know that also Black Adam was a box office success?
Actually, it wasn't. No, it was a bomb.
Yeah, I blame Warner Brothers for that. Just how like the Minecraft movie's gonna be a bomb.
Yep. Okay, continue on, TYLORE.
Neither there or anything or something like that. But yeah, Rocky's over here being complicated as hell. And he wants Cody to be his champion because, as Rocky says, he wants his soul. What does that even mean? Like, you're not Shang Tsung. This isn't Mortal Kombat. Like, why are you trying to make it go on Mortal Kombat? You're not in Mortal Kombat 2, mate. Carl Urban is, mate. Enough said. But, look, this is going to be an interesting segment with the way it's going to go. It's going to take ages to get through. But I wouldn't be surprised if this segment lasts an hour. Please don't make it last an hour, but I wouldn't be surprised. But would Cody decide to join up with Rock? No, of course not. I mean, Cody is like the face of the company. He's one of the biggest guys in the whole company. Like, merch sales, he's at the top. He's already one of the most followed people in the company. And let's not forget, he was the cover star of last year's game. So it's like, Cody's doing just fine. He doesn't need Rock's help. He never needed Rock's help. Rock destroying his family. He's trying to burn the family to the ground. And it's like, no. Why would you side with the person who's been making your life a living hell? So, no, I do not see Cody siding with The Rock, and I think that is definitely going to play into Mania plans, because no matter what we get, whether it actually is going to be Rock and Cody, or if it is going to be something else, which I'll get to a bit later, oh boy, this is going to be complicated.
Yeah. All right. KESHAWN out there. Hopefully you're staying warm out there, but what's your thoughts on this segment coming up?
My chest is cold, and I can't feel my nipples.
Okay, let's.
And that's for, oh my God, it is so cold out here.
Yeah, well, let's stay focused, man. Well, if you can, anyway.
As for what I think, do I think Cody is gonna join Dwayne the bald guy? No. Not yet, at least. Why do I say not yet? Well, I feel, Christian, and Will, I feel this is gonna be like Spider-Man, the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie with Green Goblin, but differently. Cody's gonna say no. Rock is gonna be like, it's gonna be like, blah, 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 blah. No matter what you do, eventually they're gonna hate you. Blah, 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 blah. Think about it, hero. Blah, 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 blah. And he's gonna be like, at first he's gonna be like, no. And then slowly, people are gonna start turning on him. And then he's gonna be like, you know what, maybe this shit isn't such a bad idea after all. And then after a few more months, probably by June, that's when he's gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'll be your champion.
Okay, that's an interesting analogy for that. All right.
Would you slow down Toretto?
All right. Leo, what's your thoughts on this segment we got?
The Cody's gonna say respectfully, no, at the pay-per-view, but it's only for now, and I'll get into that later.
All right then, Steve, what is your thoughts on the segment we got coming up?
To get into this segment, I mean, I've said this numerous of times, with him being my fave, The Rock can do anything, and I wouldn't, care what it was. Even if he showed up on SmackDown, just gave the announcement and left, or say if he was doing the intro to Mania, or say if he had just had, a welcome to Mania thing, and then, we don't see him again the rest of the year, that it would mean a lot. I don't get appearances like that from him like that, considering, where he is in his career and stuff. And, I don't know what the best way to put this, but I honestly my thoughts on this segment is I don't care for the segment itself, but The Rock being involved in it is really just all I'm looking at. It's the obvious thing that's gonna happen is Cody's gonna, I think he's gonna really just tease The Rock a little bit and be like, he's gonna buy into it, and then Rock's gonna get all excited, and then he's gonna do a little thing where like, but he was just messing with them and trying like that, and then what I think's gonna happen is Rock's gonna whisper something to Cody, give him like a business card or something, and because how Rock is, he's very eerie, and he moves in silence and he leaves a lot of questions. I think this is gonna be a thing where, like how Punk, and Heyman have that favor, Cody's gonna have this favor from The Rock, and he's gonna come back to it when he's ready.
All right. Heel Balor, what's your thoughts on this segment we got?
Honestly, I think everyone pretty much just said it best here. I think Cody's going to denounce it for a bit and say no. But we'll come back to that a little bit later. I'm with the others. Cody's going to say no for now.
All right. And finally, Beast.
Yeah, I don't really give a damn about the segment itself. It's the meat and potatoes within the segment that I'm a little interested in. I think this segment is really going to be used as a vehicle to further the storyline. And Cody's going to say no for now. We'll get to that later. But goddamn, I would want him to say yes. Because, I mean, it's no secret what I think about Cody. Anybody that's been following me for any period of time knows I am not a Cody Rhodes fan. I really have never been. The only time I was a smidge, like a fan of what he was doing, there was a semblance of like, okay, yeah, this is fine, is the dashing and undashing stuff. Because I don't like Cody. I've never been a huge fan. But ever since Ring of Honor, I've been really turned off to him. I'm not a fan. But man, if he's gonna turn, and he's gonna be a schmarmy, suit-wearing, egotistical dickhead heel, fine. I will halfway accept that. And I just would want it to be soon because he's getting more stale, in my opinion, getting more stale than a bag of chips you left out overnight, getting more flat than a 2-week-old Coke that you left out and it's open on the countertop. That's just me. But I do think Cody should turn very soon, and I hope it does happen soon.
We compared this to potato chips and Coke. Wow. Then again, I've heard crazier. All right, well, anyway, folks, we're going to move on now to the matches we got. We're going to first start top of this. Normally I say non-title matches and title matches. In this case, it's going to be non-chamber matches and then the chamber matches. There we go. So we're going to start off with this tag team match coming up. Candice LeRae and Nia Jax are teaming up to take on Tiffany Stratton and Toronto's own Trish Stratus, who's coming out of retirement for like the 5th time now. So I mean, I get the only reason this match exists is so Trish Stratus can wrestle in Toronto. But let's be honest, this is a waste of a match. It doesn't have to be on the chamber card because I don't understand the point of this. The point, okay, yes, I understand the point. What I meant to say is, I don't like the point. Just because that's the reason it exists doesn't mean it's a good reason. You got Trish Stratus. I guarantee she's not even going to be a factor heading into WrestleMania itself. Once this match is over, she's going back to retirement until she comes out again. Tiffany Stratton is currently feuding with the Royal Rumble winner, Charlotte Flair, and also occasionally Nia Jax. And I'm like, why didn't we just put a rematch with Tiffany and Nia for the title or something? Or have Trish be the referee of that or something, you know? Then maybe that would have been nice. But I don't understand why I had to have Trish Stratus compete. More or less, why is Trish Stratus teaming with Tiffany Stratton? I'm just sorry. I get Tiffany's the face here, but it's just not working. I'm like, this Barbie doll gimmick thing. She's a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. What? She doesn't even look like a babyface, honestly. I don't understand this because unless, of course, Trish Stratus is being a heel still, technically, in a sense, you know, from 2023. Thank you, Trish. But all I'm saying is, like, if there could be matches on the card, they could have done way better than this, because this is an absolute waste, in my opinion. I personally don't care who wins this. I think it's going to be Tiffany and Trish, but I just don't give a shit. Yo, Balor, I'll start with you. What's your thoughts on this tag match?
It's one of those things that's very throwaway, honestly. It's just get Trish on the card. and get Tiffany on the card. The other two, honestly, like Nia Jax and Candice, they're just there too. I expect Charlotte to have implications in the aftermath of this whole thing. She's probably going to beat down Tiffany again. That's usually the thing nowadays leading up to WrestleMania. And I honestly don't care. I'm only excited because I love Tiffany. So I like Trish too. But honestly, this, like you said, is pretty much a throwaway match. And just there to get Trish, and Tiffany on the card, obviously. So yeah, throwaway match. Honestly, the faces are winning, and Charlotte's probably going to beat the shit out of everybody at the end of this whole thing. So I don't really care. Faces are going to win.
All right. Steve, what is your thoughts on this tag match?
Really, I don't have anything different than what Dale Ballard just said. The Faces are gonna win. This is just one of those matches. This seems like a match you put after one of the more exciting matches or segments just to cool the crowd down. So I don't have a lot to say in this one.
I don't blame you on that case. Dustin, what about you? What's your thoughts on this tag match?
The only reason I'm excited about this match is because Trish Stratus is my favorite women's wrestler of all time. So that's really the only reason. And Tiffany's great. I love Tiffany too, but that's the only reason I care about this match. Tiffany and Trish are going to win, and nobody's going to care afterwards.
Yep. Let's see. Beast, what's your thoughts on this tag match we got?
Who's going to win? My Nintendo Switch. That's who. I'm probably going to play a little bit more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, farm some more materials, maybe kill some Silver Lionels and get a couple Silver Lionel saber horns and get a couple more weapons, fuse them to that, and maybe take on a couple more mini-bosses, because fuck this match. I don't care.
That's
Fair enough.
That sounds. Here's the thing. I don't mean to quote my Sins videos, but that sounds far more entertaining than what we were about to watch right then.
Hey, you damn right, bro. I'm gonna go farm some materials. I already beat the game, so I'm just gonna farm some materials and kill some mini bosses, bro. I literally don't give a flying fuck. I just don't care.
Yeah, honestly, I might just wait on I might just wait on getting food at Rogers Center until that match shows up, because
Dude, for real, bro.
Where I'm sitting, here's the thing. I got handicap seats. Where I'm sitting, we're on the hallway, right in front of the stands. Actually, right behind the stands. And turn around, the concessions are right there, so that's not a problem at all.
Yo, with this match, I feel like fucking Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. Nobody cares.
I think the crowd reaction is just gonna be the best part about the whole thing. Not saying that these women can't go up. It's one of those throwaway matches. Honestly, it's they can't get Edge, so I get the best thing ever. It's Trish Stratus. So
the pop for Trish is gonna be cool, but other than that, yeah.
Obviously, it's just one of those throw matches that, honestly, it's oh, you put that there? Are people... Now, great, there might be people who might care. Great, amazing. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
That's just me.
So that's why I agree. Beast going on his Nintendo Switch and going through all that he just said sounds a lot more entertaining. And, of course, well, here's the thing. I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but I might just go buy one during that match.
Fair enough, Mike. Fair enough.
By the time it'll be over.
Yeah, here's the thing. This is the one occasion where it's one thing to have throwaway matches, unlike a match card that has 8 matches. That's your breather. But this has only 4 matches, which means everything has to count. So that's why I'm this is not a good idea. This is not a good match to go for on a premium live event. And out of all the possibilities, you chose that one. Could have had Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, but no, let's do this instead.
Christian, the only thing people will be counting, I know people are going to be flack for this, but I'm going to fucking say it, I don't give a shit. The only thing people are going to be counting is the number of seats that are going to be left when people get up and leave before this match happens. Anyways.
I think I could probably count that on one hand.
There you go.
All right. So, let's see, who the hell did I know I haven't gotten to you yet, Tyler, nor you, KESHAWN. Leo, have I gotten to you yet?
Nope.
Okay, I'll let you go next, because my brain is fried from this whole bullshit.
This is something that really didn't need to be on the show. You could have had any other kind of match or whatever, but I know why you're doing it, because you want your women's champion on the show, and then also you want the hometown girl and Trish to be there too. It's Like, but does it really matter? No. This is a kind of an issue that I've seen with Triple H in charge. Like, oh, we're gonna be in this area of the country, like, oh, or this part of the world, like, who's a superstar we can showcase? Like, oh, here we are. Like, for instance, Clash of the Castle. Like, oh, last year, what do you do? Like, okay, Alba Fire Aladon, you're now the women's tag title. Now, Piper, you're from Scotland. You're gonna be in the women's title match. Drew, you're gonna main event because it's in your home country. Like, that's really the only thing I've seen when you're doing these big shows. Like, some places I understand, like, if the story makes sense. Like, for instance, 2 years ago in Montreal with Sami and Zayn facing Roman for the title in the main event, that was perfectly fine. But, like, this is just like oh, like, we're in Toronto, who we got? Trish, like, here, you'll be here.
Yeah, it just really seems like you don't have a lot of options since Edge and Christian are kind of on the other side.
Oh, don't you mean
That's right, Vince. Cope.
I'm sorry, I'm never getting used to that name.
Here's like, even when we're talking, okay, I'll be honest. Even when we're talking AEW Revolution next week, I'm still not calling him Cope. I'm not calling him Adam Copeland. I'm calling him Edge. But anyway,
I'm just gonna call him IDGE, Edge, because it's funnier.
Fuck.
That does sound funnier. But anyways, Leo, who do you think's gonna win this match?
The Trish and Tiffany. This is just a throwaway match. Like, and besides, it'd be stupid to have Nia and Candice win, unless, like, Charlotte's gonna get involved and cost Tiffany and Trish the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. All right, TYLORE, what is your thoughts on this tag match, if you have any?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, this match is a bit weak on the card, but I'm a little bit intrigued by it, mostly because it's Trish competing in her home country of Canada, of course, in her hometown. And, I mean, Candice LeRae being on the card is neat, I suppose. I mean, I am a Gargano stan, so of course I'd be the kind of guy to be hyped about that fact.
Here's the thing. I get that you're a Gargano stan, but what has Candice LeRae got to do with it? I know that she's married to him, but what has that got to do with her career?
Something. I don't bloody know at this point, mate.
Gotcha.
But believe me, I'm a little bit concerned, considering that we've got Nia Jax competing with Trish Stratus, and knowing what Nia has been like in the past, I'm a little bit concerned for Trish, but you know what? I think they'll be able to put out a pretty okay match. Like, this doesn't really feel like a pay-per-view match, but it's on the card anyway, so it's there. So I'm just going to go with the safe option, and that is Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton, because, yeah, it's a safe option, but it's the one that makes the most sense. Like, it just is.
All right. With that being said, folks, we're going to move on to the next match. And, folks... Oh, fuck! KESHAWN! Sorry, I forgot you're outside. You're not here with us. I keep forgetting you're still here, part of this. I am so sorry, dude. You're outside. I forgot you were outside. I am so sorry. Sorry.
There's a lot of street racing out here.
Street racing?
Jeez.
Holy shit, even that sounds more entertaining than this tag match.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought you lived in Chester, not L.A.
Do you hear all this shit? Because I got locked outside and someone, looking at you, you dumbass Mr. Swag, you decided, hey, let's have our lounge be on the side of the fucking freeway.
All right, sorry, KESHAWN. So anyway, what's your thoughts on this tag match we got?
I, personally, do not give a shit. I do not give a shit. After who I think is going to win, I'm gonna say me when I play as Ultra Instinct Goku against Vegeta when I play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero because this match is pointless.
Fair enough. That game's great.
I know it is.
That actually
It's a
makes
Dragon Ball
sense.
Z game. Of course it's gonna be gorgeous.
Unless you're playing the Connect game.
All right.
What the fuck still owns a Connect in 2025?
All right, well, folks, now
Hey.
we're going on to the next match because I have gotten everybody now. I'll try my best to remember that KESHAWN is still outside. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next match, which is the last non-chamber match. But this is also not an official match either. It's unsanctioned. We have an unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and well, the only reason this is happening right now is because, well, they haven't faced each other in WWE on a premium live event in Canada yet. They've faced pretty much everywhere else. They've had a Royal Rumble encounter. They faced off at WrestleMania. They faced off at Payback. They faced off at Battleground. Faced off at Hell in a Cell. But basically, this is, I think, their 7th pay-per-view match against each other, including the NXT shows they had as well. So, this time around, though, I'm not going to lie, this is the same feud over and over again. Much as, I like these guys and I love what they do, they keep revisiting this feud too many times. Betrayal here. Oh, now they're friends. They made up. Now they betrayed again. Now they're friends again. Now they betray again. In this case, Kevin Owens is just mad because he's never getting his way, which is really unlike Kevin Owens as well, because I'm like, he's mad because life ain't going as well. I'll be honest, actually. It's understandable in some cases, but he tried to murder Sami Zayn because he didn't help him win the WWE Championship. Something that just proves that Kevin has no faith in his own skills and his own abilities, which is a shame. And now, this is only a non-sanctioned match because Sami Zayn is not medically cleared to compete. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of people would have wanted this match at WrestleMania. I'm actually kind of glad they're going this route to take care of it now, because WrestleMania should be reserved of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, in my opinion. But with this whole deal, I really think it's not going to matter who's going to win this match, because it's not really going to benefit anybody that much at all. Sami wins. Okay, good. What does he do for WrestleMania? And Kevin Owens wins. Okay, what does he do? So, yeah, we are kind of stuck here. KESHAWN, since you're outside, and just in case I don't forget you again, you'll go first. What's your thoughts on this unsanctioned match?
Pretty much what you said. They keep repackaging this feud. We get it. They've been friends for years, and they keep fucking fighting each other. We get it. It's gotten old like fucking after like the 5th time, honestly. After like the 5th match that they had on the main roster since they first got there, I was already done with it. I was like, okay, cool. We got another best friends, better enemies type of storyline with these two, type of rivalry with these two. Okay, that's good. That's fine. And then they started then they kept redoing it. And redoing it. And redoing it. And at this point, I'm just done with it. You know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Oh, as a matter of fact, I forgot to mention this during the last match. That's how I think it's gonna end. That whole Trish and Tiffany versus whoever the fuck. I think I have a feeling on how it's gonna end. I have a prediction. I feel like Charlotte is gonna interfere and just destroy the match, destroy everyone in the match, but she's not gonna be technically by herself. She's gonna have the return of an old friend.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought we were talking about the unsanctioned match.
I know. I just forgot my prediction. I forgot to give my part of my prediction.
Oh, well, hurry up then. We gotta get things moving.
Anyway, I feel like Charlotte's gonna fuck up everyone in this match, but not technically by herself. She's gonna have an old friend. Someone's gonna return to do it with her.
She has friends?
There's one friend that hasn't left her yet.
All right, who's that?
Anyone remember Ken?
Who?
Ken. I remember Ken.
You don't remember Ken?
Ken from Barbie?
No. No.
Ken Shamrock?
No. Ken.
Neo Omega?
No.
Steve? I wish, but no.
Kenny? That way she kills Kenny, like, oh my god, she killed Kenny! You bitch!
Ken don't stick.
Okay, who actually is Ken here?
You
Ken.
heard that kendo stick she used against Ronda Rousey?
Oh, that Ken.
Yeah.
It's a Singapore cane, damn it.
No, it's a kendo stick. Singapore cane is actually the Singapore cane is actually the wrong term for it. Yeah, the thing is,
Technically, it's a Japanese sword used for training. Call that shit nai, but what? Okay.
hence why kendo stick. Yeah. All right. Well, you think Charlotte Flair's gonna whack everybody with a kendo stick? That should be fun. But anyways, what's your thoughts on who's gonna win the unsanctioned match?
Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with a full-on mental Kevin Owens.
All right. Okay, Leo, what's your thoughts on the unsanctioned match?
I mean, these guys have always had good matches. Is just like, and I'm glad that it's happening here instead of WrestleMania because I already have an idea what Sami's gonna be doing for WrestleMania, and so do with Kevin. Like, this is a rival. It's been overdone. It's kind of like. It's not quite there yet, but it is like on the level of below, like Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, or John Cena, Randy Orton.
All right.
I mean, I expect this to be like a good 30-minute, like all out, like just like big spots, like. Destroying a ringside or like in the audience or whatnot. Who's gonna win? I'm gonna say it's Sami Zayn because Randy Orton is gonna finally show up and he's gonna cost Kevin the match.
All right.
And that's gonna lead to Randy and Kevin for WrestleMania. And for Sami, well, there's a certain Mr. TikTok who's been bothering him for months. That's his plan for WrestleMania.
Sami Zayn's gonna fight a TikTok star. It's WWE at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a TikTok star show up to face Sami Zayn. I mean, they had Johnny Knoxville from Jackass face him a couple years ago. So
he's gonna face KESHAWN.
I was about to say, which TikTok star is he gonna face at WrestleMania?
He's a Black Negan.
Nope. No, wait. Sammy's gonna fight a phone.
No, he's gonna face him.
It's okay. I don't know any TikTok stars either.
I'm always seeing his page on my TikTok. He's gonna face Santi Zap.
Shout out to Santi Zap.
Shout out to all those wrestling YouTubers out there, honestly, because they're doing great. They're doing a good job. I'm gonna fight BDE though.
You wish.
No, I'm actually gonna do it. Yeah, sure. I could kick BDE's ass anytime.
Ooh.
All right. Anyway, though, moving on though. Like, I gotta admit, Leo, those are good predictions on what's gonna happen for like the WrestleMania encounters. And yeah, he actually meant Sami Zayn carrying Cross. And to be honest, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. It'd be about freaking time that Karrion Kross finally did something worthy of himself because he hasn't done shit for himself. So, yeah, I can understand that.
Hey, put some respect. That man has taken so many losses, but yet has been responsible for so many people turning heel.
No, he hasn't.
Thank you.
No, he hasn't. How come I haven't turned heel then? Because I talked with him recently.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I had a momentarily tweet conversation with him. And
I've had conversations with Ross. Here I am. I'm up.
There is currently a high-speed chase going on the freeway.
huh, sounds like fun. At least you get some entertainment while you're freezing your ass off.
Damn.
Just follow it. Just another update. It appears that my nipples have fallen off. I don't know where they went.
I think you should go. I think you should go see a doctor.
Go see a doctor, bro. Go get taped back on or glued back on. Can you glue nipples back on?
You can take your coat
I don't
off.
think I want to fucking know any of this.
Take
But
your shirt, take your shirt off. Take your coat off.
that's how it happened in the first place.
He's gonna lose. His pubes are gonna freeze.
Wait,
I don't
you
need
went
to
to
see
a
that
puberty?
sausage party.
Okay, well, anyways, we're gonna move on now. Dustin, what's your thoughts on this unsanctioned match?
I couldn't contain myself after all the jokes that were thrown out because of KESHAWN here. But nonetheless, about the unsanctioned match, I'm excited for the match itself because Kevin and Sami never disappoint in matches. But yeah, the story and the feud itself has been overdone. We get it. They've been friends. They've been enemies. So what? The match is going to be good. Sami's going to win because Randy Orton's going to finally show up, and there's your Mania match for Kevin Owens, him and Randy.
All right, Steve, what's your thoughts on this unsanctioned match?
You know, just like everyone else said, this is another one of those, like, we get it. You know, you were friends, you were brothers, and then, you know, and they do this every feud with, you know, friends or brothers who were, you know, once together and then not together. Like, you know, we see photos of them from 20, 15 years ago. I'm not saying this is the case for Sami and Kevin, but some of those even be exaggerated just for the story. We see put together photos last minute just to make it look like, hey, yeah, we were friends like 15 years ago and stuff like that. Like, I get it, I understand, and there are sometimes I do look forward to stories and stuff like this, but not when it goes on for this time span that it has. But at least it's a full circle moment ending in, I hope what it is, ending in Canada, you know, them getting their match finally on a stage like that, you know, not going past, you know, the chamber where it should be the last time they do this. But and I'm gonna just say, I don't know, I have a crazed Kevin Owens winning, and then I think he's gonna go berserk to where he's just gonna just manhandle Sami. And then I think that's what's going to cause Randy to, you know, get his attention, and that's what sets up that feud or something along the way where, you know, he's going to do something to provoke Randy, for Randy to come after him.
Oh my God, that was a car that just went by.
Oh,
Is that
fucking drag wings?
holy shit, KESHAWN, did it hit you? Did it hit you?
Almost.
Oh fuck.
Hey, he's living a real life Tokyo Drift out there.
So you're okay. So you're
There's like
okay.
a bunch of fucking Rikishis down here.
So you're okay, right?
Yes.
Just go
Shit.
throw something at his windshield.
Ah shit, he's okay. I mean, good.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna move on before KESHAWN kills me. Anyway though, Beast, what's your thoughts on this unsanctioned match?
Oh man, I am so excited. I have been. I don't really know how to word it. When I was in high school, I really did a lot of research in my free time on my lunch period with a couple of my other wrestling friends that were at my actual school, and found out about old Ring of Honor. And I saw and watched for months the entire story of Kevin Steen and El Generico. I was enthralled.
What Beast? What does this have to do? Because El Generico has nothing to do with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was an orphan that El Generico took care of, and now El Generico's in Mexico eating children.
Yeah, true.
I
but
mean,
yeah, El
I
Generico-
imagine Kevin's hatred of Sami probably came from his hatred of El Generico.
True, because Sami was trained by El Generico. I watched that whole story in Ring of Honor, and then I watched Kevin turn heel on Sami in NXT, and of course, like watching their stuff on the main roster as a tag team and as villain, not as a rivals, and then as a tag team, and then rivals, the tag team, and the rivals, back and forth, and it's all been fantastic. And if this is one of the last times we might ever get Owens and Sami, I am so here for it. Unsanctioned. I wish it was at Mania, just for me, because I know in their careers they've had a lot of matches, and I know that both men really want a one-on-one match at Mania against each other. I hope we do get that.
Dude, they already did.
They already did?
2021, you
37.
moron!
The one Logan Paul was at.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, Sami Zayn faced Kevin Owens one-on-one at WrestleMania 37.
Their boy Logan was
Remember
there.
that?
Hey
Logan Paul is-
man, I must have been doing crack at that time. I don't remember that at all.
Sounds like you're doing it now.
No, yeah, I fucking dude, that feels like a fever dream. Like my memory ain't what it used to be. I don't remember that whatsoever.
We met
I mean,
afterwards.
I was there. I saw it.
I was there.
Dude, that literally like it's. I'll have to look it up after I'm done talking because like that still hasn't clicked yet. I'm sure it happened. Like I don't know why the fuck.
Your memory is shit.
It's bad, dude.
Dude, Logan got stunned by KO after the match.
Okay, I remember that. I don't remember.
Hold on. Dang, I thought my memory was bad.
Yeah, I'm an old man, bro. Dude.
You're that man. Keep going. Keep going.
Anyway.
That's elderly abuse.
I'll amend what I said. Pretend that never happened. Sami and Kevin, whether they're teaming together or they're rivals, I love seeing them wrestle. Love seeing Steen and Sami's trainer El Generico wrestle in Ring of Honor. I love seeing Kevin Sami wrestle in WWE. It's fantastic, and I am so here for this unsanctioned match. Please, for the love of God, make this be like the longest singles match on the card, maybe the longest match on the card itself. Because this rivalry, it has been going on in WWE at least since 2015.
Well, technically, it's been going on and then off and then revisited and then forgiven, then revisited to the point where I'm like, why the fuck do they even trust each other anymore?
Yeah, right. Yeah, for real. But goddamn, like this, it's been building and building and building to an ultimate crescendo for 10 years in WWE. And outside of it, Steen and Generico, Steen being Kevin Owens and El Generico being, obviously it is Sami Zayn. We're not stupid. I know some people, but it actually is Sami Zayn. Yeah, but us wrestling marks, it's Sami's trainer. It's a joke. R/whoosh. This story's been building for many, many moons. And I want this to be probably the longest match on the card, just for me being a nerd, just for me being a Ring of Honor head, just for me being an NXT Black and Gold head. I need it. I feel like SpongeBob when he doesn't have water. I need it. Like, this match, sit me down in front of the TV, give them 30 minutes, say have fun, beat the shit out of each other, and I am here for every single goddamn second. I'm probably going to have another nerdgasm, and I'm loving it McDonald's style. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, bitches.
Whopper, 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 whopper.
That's Burger King.
I don't care. I love it.
Steve gets
That's not even a fast food joint, but okay.
We have...
No, that is actually from KFC. In Australia, at least.
We learn something new every day. However, 10 years. You mean to tell me we had a decade of Sami versus KO matches before we ever got GTA 6?
Yeah, for real. For true. And to give my prediction on who I think's going to win, I don't know. And in a way, I kind of don't care, but it's a good I don't care. I just want to sit back and watch and enjoy it. I'm fine with Sami winning. I'm fine with Kevin winning. That's all, I don't care. I just want to watch it all unfold. It's going to be a fucking movie, and I'm going to love it.
To me, I think Kevin Owens should win, and the reason for that is because he's lost at every pay-per-view over the last how long now?
I agree.
Yeah, if he keeps losing.
He hasn't won a pay-per-view match since WrestleMania 39. Oh, no, Night of Champions 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. The thing is, like, he's got this whole feud going on. The whole deal with, like, with Cody Rhodes. Lost, of course, at the Saturday Night's Main Event. Lost at the Royal Rumble. He could not defeat Cody Rhodes at it's not bad, but Bash in Berlin. He beat the shit out of Cody at Bad Blood, but let's be honest, it all just led to him losing. At this point, anybody new who's feuding with Cody Rhodes is just going to lose. But Kevin Owens has been doing nothing but losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. So he could really use this more. And especially if they're going to build some up so he's to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania, then yeah, he's got to win this. He's either got to win that or he's got to win at WrestleMania.
Man, all I can say is Kevin's been losing so damn much. You'd think that he was a member of the Carolina Panthers.
Oh!
Yeah. Cody Rhodes keeps winning. Cody Rhodes kept winning so much, you'd think he'd be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Except, unlike them, he never needed help from a ref.
Nope. Instead, he had help from so many other people, though.
Yep, I did just look it up. Yep, Kevin and... Yep, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, TYLORE, I'll give you next here. What's your thoughts on this unsanctioned match?
Goddamn, this feud. It's been like, they have been destined to do this forever for so long. And it's been a full decade of this feud in WWE. And man, it has been good. They have cooked with this feud over the last decade. And I'll tell you, I'm intrigued to see how this plays out with the unsanctioned match stipulation, the more hardcore rules type style, because keep in mind, Sami and Kevin, they both know a thing or two about hardcore type matches. I mean, I said on the Rumble podcast how Kevin Owens, he was an expert on hardcore style matches. Sami and even the man who trained him, El Generico, they know a thing or two about hardcore stuff as well. So fact of the matter is, this is going to be a brutal, brutal match. I don't expect it to be your bloodshed kind of match. I expect it to be your standard WWE hardcore type match. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I just want to see them beat the piss out of each other, and that's what we're gonna get in Canada, right where it needs to be. And I hope that in terms of a singles capacity, this could be like this could be one of the last times they do it, but you know, it makes sense for it to be in Canada. It made sense to be on the Chamber card. It just did. But, oh boy, how do we go from here with this? Okay, well, I do see Sami winning. Yeah, like, I mean, Kevin winning, I'd be fine with too, but I do kind of see Sami winning. However, I know a lot of you guys have been thinking about Randy Orton and how he's going to get involved sort of thing, but another person that I've been thinking about who probably might have a problem with Kevin Owens is Roman Reigns. Like, I get it. There's probably not a chance that Roman would want to be involved in Kevin Owens' thing, but come on. Kevin is beating up Sami, the honorary use. Like, Roman should be looking at that being like, oh shit, he's destroying my guy. I need to take care of Kevin. And honestly, for me, I feel like at Mania, they should do a tag match of Sami and Roman versus Kevin Owens and maybe Karrion Kross. Like, I get why people would want to see the Orton Owens match. Absolutely. But I don't know. I feel like doing Kevin and having Sami and Roman teaming up against Kevin and a partner for him, I feel like that's a match I'd like to see. Just a fun tag match with them. And hey, it gets Roman potential on the card. So I don't know how they would do that kind of thing, but no matter what happens, no matter what we're building to, this match is going to be great.
All right, folks. Finally, Heel Balor, your thoughts on this unsanctioned match?
Thank you, Brother Miracle. Thank you very much. Honestly, I'm going to keep this short and sweet to the point. February 11th, 2015, at Full Sail University, Kevin Owens won the NXT Championship by brutalizing Sami Zayn. I think the same thing will happen here. I think he's going to deliver so many power drivers and power bombs that Sami Zayn will forget his name, that he will remember that his name was originally El Generico, for God's sakes. Basically what I'm saying, I think Kevin Owens is going to win this match very violently. It's going to bring out Randy Orton. It might bring out stretchers. It might bring out Adam Pearce. It might bring out Nick Aldis. It might bring out Flo, we know. I don't know who it's going to bring out. But I do
Roman Reigns, maybe?
No. Roman Reigns, we'll talk about him later. We'll talk about Roman Reigns later. I think Kevin Owens is going to win this match. He hasn't won a match since you guys have been saying. Kevin Owens wins. Sami Zayn will be completely fine. So, Kevin wins this match.
All right. Now, folks, we're going to move on to the Elimination Chamber matches we got going on here. We're going to kick things off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. The winner will face Rhea Ripley or Io Sky, or potentially both, given how rumors have been spreading, for the Women's World Championship. And the participants in this case, it's Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Liv Morgan, and Bianca Belair. And, folks, well, Bianca Belair and Naomi, they were the Women's Tag Team Champions, but now, not anymore. Because Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez have now taken them from this past Monday. Raquel Rodriguez is not only the record 4-time Women's Tag Champion on the main roster, but she's a 6-time Tag Team Champion overall. She's won more Tag Team titles than any female in history.
Jesus.
Go, Raquel.
Damn.
Go, Raquel.
Damn, Raquel. Good for you.
And people want to say Raquel has no talent. What the fuck?
We love Raquel.
Yep.
We love her as the black and gold NXT. Fun days.
Oh, yeah.
I hated her briefly, though.
Really? Let me guess.
You can guess. What?
Let me guess. Because she beat Io Shirai at NXT Stand and Deliver.
Silence!
Actually, you're the one who's outside, so you're the one who should be silenced.
And who's the one? And who's the one that gave me the wrong passcode?
Wasn't me.
Don't you quote that song to me?
I'll
You
figure
probably got yourself. It's all on you, bro.
Like I said, we'll
Don't
figure
talk-
that situation out. But in the
Don't
meantime,
quote Shaggy to me. Talk about it wasn't me. Don't quote Shaggy to me right now.
okay. Anyway, folks. Yep, we have the 6 women who set for here. Roxanne Perez, I believe she's now part of the main roster here. She's been called up.
There's a slight problem with that. She showed up on NXT this week.
So did Bayley. What do you guys say about that?
Don't
what do
you
you
remember
like?
that there are times where NXT people will come to the main roster for the first couple months before WrestleMania, and then after WrestleMania is like, okay, now I'm here full time and I'm done with NXT.
Hang on. Bayley, I don't remember Bayley being on NXT this week.
What I'm saying is she was there recently. So, does it really matter?
In the end,
Quiet.
it doesn't even matter.
All right.
Had to fall.
Okay. All right. So in the case of the Elimination Chamber, Alexa Bliss, as we all know, she returned at the Royal Rumble to a great pop. That was amazing. She's only won that qualification match, but she hasn't been seen since then. I do wonder, is she a part-timer now?
She has a mother, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that is true. So we're going to start things off by each of us can pick up to 2 wrestlers they believe will win this chamber. I figure that's fair enough here. So, TYLORE, I'll start with you. Who are your 2 picks to win the Elimination Chamber and why?
Oh, boy. So, when we get to the men's chamber, it's going to be a lot more easier for you guys to understand what I'm saying. But when it comes to the chambers this year, this has been the most complicated most screwed over matches I've ever seen when it comes to picking a winner. How can you make it this hard to pick someone? How? I don't know what they were smoking, but they must have been smoking something. But, all right, let's go over who's not winning, because I feel like it's easy for me to go with who I think is not winning before I get to who is winning.
Tyler, before that, just to be fair, weed is now legal off the banned substance list in WWE.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Let's move away from drugs here.
Yeah, good idea.
Anyways.
But yeah, so first off, in terms of who I think's not win, Roxanne Perez. I like Roxanne. She's been fantastic over the last few months, sort of thing. But there's a reason why she's not winning, and that has to do with the person who I also think is not winning, that being Bayley. Because, so I don't know, Roxanne and Bayley, they've got a feud going on, so doesn't really make sense for them to be winning here. It really doesn't. I like Roxanne. I've been enjoying what Bayley was doing in NXT sort of thing, but yeah, no, with those two. Then when it comes to Bianca Belair and Naomi, no. I've been hearing everybody on the internet speculating about Bianca Belair, but no, people. Why are you putting this into people's heads about this? Because you know there is one match that everybody was asking for last year that they are finally, hopefully, about to do at WrestleMania, and that's Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. I mean, come on, people. There is no way they're not going to screw up this sort of opportunity. And yes, they may have lost the tag belts, but does that really matter? Not really. Yeah, it might, but I don't think that's much of a problem in this case. And, I mean, if you really want to get Naomi involved because she's a part of it, you can make it a triple threat at Mania, but for those people who are thinking that Bianca and Naomi are winning the Chamber, no, they are not. So, in terms of who I've got, let's go with the least likely option first. Alexa Bliss. I am so glad that she's back. It felt so good to see her make her return at the Royal Rumble. Such a great pop, and not gonna lie, I'd be down to see Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley. I mean, yes, it'll be your goth girl fantasies coming to life, but you know what? This is the kind of match I'm intrigued by. I mean, the veteran versus the sort of newcomer in a way. You've got two of the best multi-time champions, multi-Grand Slam champions at this point for the both of them. And you know what? Honestly, I am down to see that match for sure. But I think the most likely match that is going to happen at Mania when it comes to this, it's Liv Morgan. I'm not the biggest Liv Morgan fan, let me make it clear, but in terms of the storytelling, it just makes sense to do it. And yes, I know, this feud has been going on for ages. I get that, people. But, I think there is a way to make it work that won't really jeopardize much, and that's at Mania. Do a loser leaves Raw match. Do a match where the loser leaves the Raw brand, because let's be honest, Judgment Day's about to be split up pretty soon, so it's why not just go ahead, have the split begin with this, and have Liv leave Raw and go to either SmackDown or preferably NXT. So, honestly, I'm going to have to say I'd rather Liv Morgan or Alexa Bliss win the Chamber. That's just me on that, but I think it's the options that just make better sense.
All right. So, Leo, what's your thoughts? Who are your two picks, on the women's Elimination Chamber match?
This is really hard because, I've seen reports, I've seen all kind of suggestions on what they could do. uh, the the feud really like going right now. Like I can see many possibilities. Like, but it's really hard to say. Like, because like Bailey and Roxanne, they got a thing going into WrestleMania. Like Liv Morgan just won the tag title, and then like Alexa Bliss just came back. Like, I don't know if it'd be wise to just thrust her right into a world title match like so soon, considering she's only had like 2 matches since coming back, the Rumble and her qualifying win. It's really hard.
I understand. I understand, man. There's a lot going on with this chamber match.
Like, because like something tells me like they could have Bianca win, because that's the big match that they've always been saying to do. But you also have the option of, because Jade Cargill was attacked and we still don't know who did it. Like it could be Naomi, but at the same time, it could have been Bianca who did it.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know.
You forgot that. Did you forget that Bianca was having a match when that happened?
I've given the thought. Yeah, I have thought about that, but
at
the same time, I'm like,
yeah. Even then, how do you know? How do you know that Bianca didn't attack her and then went out there?
Because she wasn't fatigued when she made her entrance.
She doesn't have to be fatigued. She's the EST.
After beating the shit out of someone like that, I can speak from experience. You're gonna be fatigued. But that much work in on somebody.
Either way, the thing is like, yeah, I've thought about that like now with in the tournament to crown the women's U.S. champion. I think maybe Bianca could have kind of been like, you know what, either I got to keep the act up, or and like take it as a sacrifice, or she saw it as beneath her. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm gonna say exactly like Tyler said. It's either gonna be. I'm gonna say, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna say it's gonna be either Bianca or it's gonna be Naomi. You know why? Because one of them is gonna be facing Jade, and the other one's gonna get a world title match. Because I see a possibility of what they're gonna do for Liv Morgan going in a WrestleMania is her feuding with Alexa for the tag titles, and it's gonna be Liv and Raquel versus Alexa, and then like coming to help her from the Wyatt Six, Nikki Cross, considering all their history.
Don't you mean Abby?
It's not Abby. They've said it's Nikki Cross.
No, her name's Abby. Abby the Witch.
They never said it exactly.
She just looks like a Nikki Cross.
Yeah, but the commentators say like, oh, that's Nikki Cross. Oh, that's Rowan. Oh, that's Dexter Lumis. That's Joe Gacy. Oh.
All right, I know. But even then, I'm like, yeah, they're Abby the Witch. She's Abby the Witch. Because those are the rest of the Wyatt Six are just their Firefly Funhouse puppets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you mean, though. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. So I actually like that idea. Could be Bianca, could be Naomi. One gets a world title match. The other, of course, could be facing off against Jade Cargill. Yeah. And then, of course, there's Alexa Bliss and Morgan. And but
either way, whoever wins, they're going to have to be put in a triple threat, because I don't see the Rhea Ripley Io Sky match ending clean.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I like that idea, actually. Not bad. All right, Steve, what is your thoughts on the Women's Elimination Chamber, and who are your 2 picks?
I know he said to go like second to last, but I'm gonna have a little help with this one. Hill Balor, if you can please jump in, because this is one that we've been discussing for a minute now. So to really just dive into it, I'm gonna just say this: the top 2 picks that I have really going into this are between Bianca and Liv, and I'm leaning towards Bianca because I I've had it with this Liv Rhea thing. I have. This thing is repetitive. It's gone on 2 months. It's gone on damn near a year. I do not want another Liv Rhea match. I've seen all the things about, this isn't for anyone out there. You've heard how I've been about Liv prior episodes, and I don't have anything against Liv, not at all. I just don't like her positioning sometimes. I don't like where she is in the company. I don't like a lot of that. I don't like this sudden outburst of support that she's been getting ever since she got back from a said situation and all that. I just do not want another Rhea and Liv match. I don't, and I'm leaning towards it's a Bianca. Now, my logical thing behind is what WWE will do is, personally, I will book Bianca to win this match. I think the winner of this match, who I have a feeling would win, is going to be Liv, and I do not want that one bit at all. And it's like, Hill Balor, please jump in, and you know more of this side of the story, so please go ahead.
Of course, honestly, I'll keep mine short and sweet to the point. This is not really my prediction, but pretty much everything Steve said here is pretty much logical. And it's up for opinion, debate, whatever you want to call it. Basically, long story short, this whole robbery has been going on for a long time. And I don't give a shit about Triple H's long-term booking this, long-term. Fuck the long-term booking.
Oh, we are past long-term. This is eternal booking at this point. This is lifetime booking at this point.
Pretty much. Like, not everything has to be long-term storyline and booking and stuff like that. And basically, I'm with Steve. I'm past it. I'm done. I don't give a crap about storyline potential. I don't care if you can do it again. No. Honestly, they're the tag team champs. Might as well defend the champ. She's tag team champions with Raquel.
Dude, they won that for a reason. I'm just saying, they won that for a reason.
Exactly. Not trying to step on any toes or get anyone angry or things like that. No, of course not. Basically, long story short, yeah, everything Steve said is pretty much just set in stone right there. Now, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But pretty much everything he said there, it holds up and holds merit. And yeah. Like, honestly, this is not my prediction or anything. I'm going to talk a little bit later, but you want me to jump in, which is fine. And pretty much everything.
I take Naomi at this point. I take someone besides Liv. That's how I'm going to just leave it. My top 2 picks are Bianca and Liv. I'm sorry. I just don't want Liv winning this match.
There you go. Short and sweet to the point.
All right. Beast, what was your thoughts and your 2 picks on the Women's Elimination Chamber?
Oh, my Lord, man. I share Steep and Will's, what's the word I want? Resentment, I guess, toward the length of the storyline of Rhea and Liv. As a big Rhea fan, yeah, this storyline is long as fuck. It is way too drawn out, and as Karrion Kross would say, TikTok, it's time. Come on now. Wrap it up, put a nice little bow on it, put it underneath the Christmas tree, even though we're a few months late. Come on, it's time to end it. I'm pretty sick of it, but Liv's gonna win, isn't she? I don't really have a pick other than Liv. My 2 picks are Liv and Liv, because Liv Morgan's definitely gonna go over, isn't she? And we're gonna get Rhea and Liv at Mania. Again, it's the new fucking Cena Randy.
Oddly enough, Cena and Randy never happened at Mania.
Did they not? God damn. I would have thought they did with how many.
They weren't a triple threat match, but that's about it.
Dude, you gotta word it better. It's singles competition.
Yeah. They should do it this year, but who knows? We'll get to that later.
Dude, I don't want Liv to win, and I like Liv. She's aight. But I don't want her to win because we've seen it so many times with Rhea and Liv now. I'm over it. Give us somebody new. How many times can we see the same fucking match? I'm sick of it. I was sick of it with Brock and Roman. I was sick of it with Cena and Randy. I'm sick of it fucking now. I'll like it. I have to fucking like it. But Liv's gonna go over, isn't she? My 2 picks are Liv and Liv, and then we're gonna get Liv and Rhea at Mania. Again, and why Iona?
Don't count out Io, because they could make it a triple threat.
I fucking hope she wins. I hope that's the dark horse, man. I hope she wins. God damn it!
Honestly,
She's not one of my picks.
Although, honestly, the worst part about this whole deal is the fact that Liv Morgan could be the favorite to win, right? As she's now in the tag team division.
Yeah.
All the more reason why she shouldn't be in the world
Like,
title
it was
picture.
just inevitable that they were going to put the tag belts on them, even though they kind of shouldn't have, because, well, no, you're about to split up Judgment Day soon. What's the point of putting the tag belts on them?
Because they'll split away from Judgment Day together.
And I know I tease a little bit of what Dustin's gonna say. I'm sure this is he's gonna expand on this. He's a big Liv fan, and I know that he was like, man, they gave Liv and Raquel the tag titles. It kind of spoils that Liv's not gonna go over. I know him and a lot of people share that sentiment. I'm not one of them. I do think she's still gonna go over, but I do hope that Io is the dark horse, and I hope Io fucking proves us all wrong, and that I hope she wins. I really do, but I do think Liv's going over.
All right. KESHAWN, your thoughts and your 2 picks on the Women's Elimination Chamber.
They pretty much said what I was gonna say. This match is pretty stacked, but I hope it doesn't lead to where I think it's gonna lead. But on the other hand, I am a douchebag, and in me being king douchebag and all of douchedom, just because I want to see I want to see the angry reactions, and I want to see the world burn, I'm gonna go and live with it. And unfortunately, I gotta go with Rio to win, and it hurts my fucking soul. Oh my god, it hurts. Oh my god, that hurts more than a hemorrhoid. Anyway, ow, my ego, ow. I'm gonna have to say Rhea might win. Oh my god, that hurts. And I'm gonna go and live winning because I want to see the angry reactions of people. Specifically, Hill Balor because he's funny when he's angry.
Wow.
That's the swag anger. It's funny.
Wow.
Or I like to call it the swag rage.
I guess so.
And Steve is kind of funny too when he's mad. Hey, Steve. By the way, Steve. Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Match Holloway versus Ilya Topuria.
Shut up. Screw that. And screw this. The hell with both.
See what I mean? You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Hashtag
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
The hell with both those things. Enough.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Okay. by the way, KESHAWN, there's something I want to tell you before I move on to Heel Balor.
And what might that be?
Io Sky sucks.
You suck.
By the way, guys, did you know Moana 2 made $1 billion?
Yes.
Don't remind me. That movie sucked.
Did you know Tylore's Australian?
Don't remind me. That's actually true.
Jeff Beast is secretly black.
Great. Now
Why
we
would
have
you remind me?
All right.
Since that's the case, we now have 2 black members named Will.
All right. We're going to move on to the other one, and that is Heel Balor. Heel Balor, your thoughts and your 2 picks on the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Amazing introduction. Honestly, everything I said earlier with Steve pretty much rings true. I'm going to say this one more time for people to hear me in the back. I do not hate Liv Morgan. I like Liv Morgan. My stance is basically the fact that this whole thing has been going on. And I get it. Storyline, long storyline progression. I'm one of those guys, usually it's like, oh, be patient and wait it out. Sometimes the waiting just runs thin. I know, because I've been waiting for 10 fucking years for my freaking guy Balor to get an opportunity. But, that'll hopefully come pretty soon. We're going to find out.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, but for the people in the back, I think the only reason he said for the people in the back so they can hear me is because he wants to make sure KESHAWN can hear him from outside.
Yes. Can you hear me, KESHAWN? No, we can't. Oh,
You wait no more. You wait. You're not no Morgan Freeman, but your voice is attractive.
Thank you.
That's a great compliment. All right, continue, Willie.
Honestly, basically I said earlier what rings true. This whole thing has been running on forever and ever and ever. I had the same thing with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair this years ago. Fight forever, fight forever. You know, I keep going on and on and on. It's like, bruh, how long are we going to run this? Same thing with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Fight forever, fight forever, fight forever. On and off, on and on. There's only so much times the audience can take it. There's a reason Liv Morgan became tag team champs for a reason. Now, again, no disrespect to her fan base, or anything like that. But this whole thing needs to stop. Not everything needs to be dealt with at WrestleMania. Not everything needs to end at a WrestleMania. This whole thing, in my opinion, ended on the Raw on Netflix. Now, granted, they could revisit it, but I personally don't think that is the case. They need to be doing that. It's been played on forever and ever and ever. She had her turn. It's time for other people to get opportunities. It's time to move on for a bit. You can come back to it down the road. And if you're mad at that, that's completely fine. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, that's fine. I'm here to speak the truth that nobody else is going to fucking say outside of these guys. We're the Losers Lounge. We talk things that nobody else is going to freaking talk about. We say things that nobody else is going to say. We deal with things how nobody else is going to deal with them. And we're real. We are real as hell. Kiss and point. This whole storyline. I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes, basically, how Beast would say it. Shots to Beast for 9,000 shots to Buffalo Loser. Basically, I have two picks. And one of them is going to shock you. My first pick is one of my favorites. She's in the chamber. I'm so proud of her. She just came off a championship run. My girl, Roxanne Perez. I am so proud.
Wow.
Yes, I think Roxanne could win. Because, like, you have the shock. It's like, oh, wow. And her and Rhea Ripley could honestly put on a fun match. Only if you don't want to throw her in too late, too early. They've thrown other people in too early. Did they sink or swim? It's only around to find out. You know, they threw in many people. Did they sink or swim? That's up to them. I think, you know, coming off this championship run that she had, feuding with Bayley, of course, that could cancel her out. Obviously, Bayley and her cancel each other out. But I don't know, man. I think Roxy's a shoo-in. So she's my second pick. She's my dark horse to win. As for Alexa Bliss, no. Liv Morgan, I already talked about her. As for Naomi, I think she can be revealed as the attacker for Jade Cargill. I think they're going to have a WrestleMania match. And Naomi as a heel is fun. If you've seen her past work in the past, you know, the glow stuff is pretty great. But when she was a heel back then, bruh, oh my gosh, it wasn't entertaining. It was great. And I was loving every bit of it. Now, my pick for the Women's Elimination Chamber is going to be Bianca Belair. Yes, I think Bianca Belair is winning the Elimination Chamber. I think she's going to go in the face of Rhea Ripley. And I know people don't want to hear that. That's completely fine. I know people probably want to hear it. They do want to hear it. I think, honestly, with that, someone has to match Rhea Ripley's strength. Who better to do that than Bianca Belair? Alexa Bliss ain't doing it. Liv Morgan ain't going to do it. Roxy probably ain't going to do it. Naomi ain't going to do it. So who better to match the strength and power of the women's world champion than someone who can match her strength? And that would be Bianca Belair. Jade Cargill, I think, will make her presence known either on Friday or she'll be making her presence at the Elimination Chamber. Regardless, I think she is coming back very, very soon. I think, you know, you have Bianca Belair go in there. Did she win at WrestleMania? I don't think so, honestly. But you can go there, do that match. You can revisit the Liv storyline down the road. Because, again, they're tag team champions. Again, oh, well, you know, I get it. But I think the safest bet is to go with Bianca Belair. Have her win the chamber. Let's see what they do. And if Liv Morgan wins, I mean, will I flip out? I mean, maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. But I do like Liv. I just think there's better opportunities out there. And plus, you have the whole thing with the Judgment Day falling down. Thanks a lot, Balor. That's on you, buddy. Anyways, we'll talk about Balor down the road, all that stuff. But in my opinion, I think they're going to go with Bianca Belair winning the Women's Chamber. And I think the final two should be her and Roxanne. Yes, Roxy was the final two in the freaking Rumble. Have me the final two in the Chamber. I'm down for it. Do it. Pull the trigger. And let's see who's going to WrestleMania. Bianca Belair wins the Women's Chamber. We move.
All right. And finally, Dustin, your thoughts and your two picks on the Women's Elimination Chamber.
I'll just say this, Beast, you nailed it on the head. I did say that Liv and Raquel winning the tag titles on Monday pretty much, at the time, spoiled the chamber for me. That I thought Bianca was going to win. And I do not and trust me when I say this, I do not want Bianca winning at all. And it's not even just because Liv Morgan, obviously. But it's just for the fact that Rhea and Bianca right now don't make any bit of sense. It just doesn't. The match that should make sense for Bianca right now is her and Jade Cargill. And if you want to throw in Naomi, that's fine. But I just don't see why Rhea and Bianca would make any bit of sense right now. So that, to me, now, a few days after Monday, I thought about it more. I was like, Liv still has a chance, even though she's tag champ. She still has a chance. But I'll just go right into the two predictions, Bianca and Liv. Those two are my two picks to win. I don't see Roxanne or Bayley winning because they're feuding, and I don't see Naomi winning because no. And Alexa Bliss, she just came back. I don't think you should shoehorn into a title feud as soon as she got back. But to me, this is what I would like to see. I don't know if they'll go with this, but this is what I would like to see. Obviously, but we know how Triple H likes to do in chambers and stuff like that in Rumbles. He likes to put the two favorites as the final two just to screw with everybody. But so the final two, I think, is going to be Liv and Bianca. I think what should happen, and this is why I put should, I think that Jade Cargill should return at the chamber and cost both. At one hand, the final three, I think, will be Naomi, Bianca, and Liv. So this is where I'm going with this. Jade helps Liv get rid of Naomi, and then it's down to Bianca and Liv. Bianca's too distracted with Jade, and then Liv steals the win via roll-up or something to keep Bianca strong if you want to. Liv wins the chamber. There is a way that you, with Mania being 2 nights, you can definitely have Liv pull a double duty at Mania. You can definitely have her do 2 matches on 2 nights. You can have her in a tag title match at night 1 or whatever, and then you can have her against Rhea/Io/both on night 2. The way
Like, people got Seth did that too.
Exactly. Seth did that just last year.
Seth did that, Cody did that, Roman did that, yep. But here's the thing.
Yeah, so many people did that.
They had the biggest reasons to do it, though. That's the problem.
That is fair. That is absolutely fair.
And it was the main event.
And
too.
for another example, Mania 37 and the women's tag title stuff there, they had the, like, sure, it's a different example, but it's just a good example of showing that double duty can be possible.
To be
fair, gauntlet going into the tag title match the next night.
Yeah, to be fair, that they did that because they had nothing else on their plate.
Yeah, exactly.
This is different.
So what I want them to do is Liv wins the chamber. She screws the finish for Io and Rhea on the Monday, and then we get the Rhea, Io, Liv triple threat at Mania. What I think they're gonna do is, and it's still gonna, and I still think this, they're gonna have Bianca win the chamber because this company don't make a damn bit of sense. But I've started to warm up to Bianca a little bit ever since she's been out of the women's world title / women's title scene. I've been warming up to her just a slight bit. Yeah, I know, shocking. You should know me by now. But yeah, I've been warming up to her a little bit, but I just don't think Rhea and Bianca makes any bit of sense right now, but they're gonna do it. My official pick my number 1 pick is gonna be Bianca, but my number 2 is gonna be Liv Morgan. I want Liv to win because that's what makes sense, but this company don't make a damn bit of sense. But yeah, and I'm not even saying that as a Liv fan that wants her. I don't even want her to win the women's world title at Mania. I don't even care if she does. I think If she loses, I'll be fine. Whatever. I'm cool with it. But I just think she would have, even if she doesn't one-on-one with Alexa, I'd be happy. I just didn't want her to be in a tag team title match at Mania. That's the only thing I didn't want. If she was in a singles match at Mania against Alexa Bliss, I'd be okay with it. Cool. But in a tag title feud, I wasn't too pleased. But whatever they do is whatever they do. I'm going Bianca as my number one, and I'm going Liv Morgan as my number two. I'm hoping Liv wins, but I think it's going to be Bianca.
Yep. All right, folks, we're moving on to the last match, the men's Elimination Chamber match. And in my opinion, one of the most stacked chamber matches of all time, given the league of talent we got. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, CM Punk, and John Cena in his last Elimination Chamber match. As of course you guys know, the last time WWE was on a premium live event in Toronto was this past July, Money in the Bank. And I'm still shocked that we have another one in such a short period. I ain't complaining. I love it. It's my kingdom. We're getting spoiled again like we did in the Fatal 4-Way weekend. But still, last time at Money in the Bank in Toronto, that's where John Cena announced his retirement tour and said he'd return for this. The 2025 Elimination Chamber will be my last, and I promise one day I'll return to Toronto. They combined that both into one. Here we are. I'll be in the crowd for this, and I still think it's amazing I get to be part of John Cena's farewell tour. I was basically there when it started. It technically started at Money in the Bank last year. So that's why it's a really huge deal on that. And a lot of people are believing automatically that he's the favorite to win simply because it's his last chamber. But then again, they also said the same thing about the Royal Rumble, and look how that turned out. CM Punk was also a huge favorite to win the Royal Rumble. Well, look how that turned out. Then, of course, now he's the favorite to win the Chamber. Drew McIntyre was set for a big moment of the Rumble. That didn't seem to work out. Now he's been rumored to take part of certain things going on. I'm pretty sure we're going to mention The Rock again. Logan Paul, obviously, he's a guy who's obviously not winning this, but he's there simply because he's a massive name, and we got to do something. Plus, of course, Logan Paul is probably going to be involved in this match will probably determine his massive feud for WrestleMania. Damian Priest, haven't seen much of what he's going to be doing. However, I don't understand the online hate that he's been getting lately. I'm not going to dive into it. I just think they spun a wheel, it landed on his name, and they just chose to hate him for that. Then, of course, Seth freaking Rollins. Last we found out, could be feuding with CM Punk in a Mania. Could be Roman Reigns heading to WrestleMania. All I do know is he's definitely not facing Cody Rhodes heading to WrestleMania. Or he could. We don't know. But I do believe that if Cody Rhodes refuses The Rock's offer, somebody in this Elimination Chamber match is going to take on the offer. And that's going to set up the whole deal for WrestleMania's main event. Cody against the Chamber winner. Or in other words, it's either going to be Corporate Cody or Cody versus Corporate whoever the hell. And that's why I think this could be very well the most important Elimination Chamber match we've ever seen. Because we're going in... Winner's not just getting a title match at Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, but The Rock is definitely going to be involved in some way, shape, or form. So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be CM Punk. CM Punk could be CS Punk, Corporate Sellout Punk. Has a nice ring to it. Or it could be Drew McIntyre. That's also another possibility. John Cena, knowing him, he's not going to sell out to The Rock in any way, shape, or form. When I would only say that Cena could win if Cody sells out. Now it's John Cena having to save Cody Rhodes while at the same time trying to get his 17th world title. And personally, I'm not a fan of the whole John Cena winning a 17th world title. I'm not a fan. You won it 16 times already. Does this record of any sorts even matter? Because you've already won more other titles than everybody else. And for the other, you're already quoted as the greatest of all time. Winning another world title ain't going to change that or make it worse. So that's why I don't understand the point of that, nor am I a fan of it. I'd be totally fine if John Cena went through the entire retirement tour without winning a single title. That's just me. That's just me on my part. But that's why I'm thinking the winner of this chamber match will determine on whether or not Cody Rhodes will accept The Rock's offer or decline the offer. If Cody Rhodes sells out, then someone like John Cena or Seth Rollins could win it. If Cody doesn't sell out, then CM Punk and McIntyre could be the ones to do it. But I just don't see, like, if Cody did sell out and someone like CM Punk won it, I just don't see that. CM Punk is not some crazy hero. He's not some hero here. Cena, that's the perfect example of a hero. Duh. But Seth Rollins, he's could be there to tell, this past Monday night, Seth Rollins confronted Cody about this decision. It reminded him of everything he did for him at WrestleMania. And there's a lot to be said and done about all that. So that's why I'm thinking, like I said, the winner of the chamber will be detriment on Cody's decision. So that's why I'm thinking John Cena or Seth Rollins, should he accept? CM Punk or Drew McIntyre, should he decline? That's where I'm standing at. KESHAWN, I'll start with you. Who are your two picks to win the men's Elimination Chamber?
Save me for last.
Oh, you got a lot to say here.
You could say that.
Okay, fair point. All right, then. Seems like KESHAWN has a lot of shit to say. Cool. And no, it's not the rant about the fact that he's been outside the last couple of hours. Anyway, though, Leo, then I'll start with you then. Who are your two picks to win the men's Elimination Chamber?
And to make it worse, I've been stuck outside this whole time, and now it's starting to rain, you cunt basket.
Well, that's a new insult. Okay. Anyway, Leo, what's your thought? Your two picks to win the men's Elimination Chamber.
Well, this one's a little easier to predict. Let's look at who's not winning. Logan Paul, yeah, no. Damian Priest, I like you, but no. Drew, possibly, but not likely. Then Seth Rollins, you're not in the plans. That just leaves John Cena or CM Punk. Now, with Punk, I think the plans are for him and Seth to do something going to WrestleMania, unless he cashes in his little favor going in a WrestleMania that Paul Heyman owes him. And then on top of that, I know this whole thing is I need a win. That way I can finally main event WrestleMania. Is you still got another 2 years in you. We'll see. That's why my main person who I've got winning is John Cena. And here's why. When it comes to the Cody Rhodes Rock stuff, Cody's going to decline. However, going into WrestleMania, Cody and Cena are feuding. Who do you think is gonna get more of the adulation, more of the love from the audience, considering this is their last WrestleMania? Yeah, it's Cena. And now, Cody's a proud champion, but like any proud champion, like any big time, superstar of his caliber, what does he have that every other superstar like him has? It's an ego. And that's going to eat away at him. That the fans are turning on him, and Cena's getting more of the love because it's his last WrestleMania, and a lot of people do want to see him win that 17th World Championship. And by WrestleMania, I think Cody, when he faces Cena, should finally turn and go corporate alongside The Rock. And it's got nothing, it kind of has to do with his character. Like, he needs a little bit of a change. But on top of that, it's kind of necessary because look at the landscape of WWE. Who is like a real credible top level heel to challenge Cody for the title? Like Drew, I guess, but that's about it. But if you look at the babyface side, there's a whole bunch that he could be facing. And if you got heel Cody Rhodes facing off against Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, hell, you run back Cody and Roman, but the roles are reversed now. That to me is so much more interesting, and I think that would be even greater business on WWE's part. That's why I'm gonna go with John Cena, and you can give it a story that he goes the whole year trying to chase that title, and he could maybe finally win it by the end of the year and then retire.
All right.
So that's my prediction.
That's your prick.
You're my prick.
You know, go join KESHAWN out there.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. All right. All right. Heel Balor, your thoughts on your two picks on the men's Elimination Chamber?
Man, I love this time of the year for this company, especially around WrestleMania time, especially around the Elimination Chamber. You have pretty good people in this match. You have a stacked, and I mean stacked, chamber match with a lot of people in there who honestly could benefit from this match and going to WrestleMania. And I'm just intrigued to see how it all goes down. With all that talent in there, that star power, Cena, Punk, McIntyre, Logan Paul, Priest, and Rollins. It's going to be interesting. The spot's going to be interesting. Now, to who I don't think is winning this match. Damian Priest is not winning. Love you, Priest. And I'm with you, Christian. I don't know where all this online hate is coming from, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Seth Rollins. I've been on Seth Rollins' case for a while, and you shouldn't have beat Finn Balor, but what do I know? Finn Balor's too busy dealing with an angry Braun Breaker, so that's on you, buddy. Have fun. Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul will cause someone's elimination. He's done that before, the last 2 times. And I think this time will be no different. He's going to cause someone's elimination. That's what I think. Then there's Pepsi Punk and Big Match John. And Drew McIntyre. Drew, don't think is winning. That'd be great. A corporate Drew McIntyre teaming up with The Rock. And keep in mind, a few years ago, The Rock did say to Vince McMahon that Drew McIntyre could be the potential face of the company, and it happened. He also gave Drew McIntyre a sword. So, Drew's been also disgruntled and stuff like that. Him teaming up with The Rock could be interesting. Corporate Drew McIntyre, a crazed Drew McIntyre, could be interesting. But I don't think it's going to happen. It'd be great, but it's not going to happen. So that leaves Pepsi Punk and Big Match John. Cena, I love you to death. I love you to death. You're like number 4, I guess, in my faves list, because number 1 goes to Big Dave Batista. But I love Cena. I don't think he's winning this match. It's too obvious. Just like the Rumble, it was too obvious he was going to win. Jey Uso won the freaking Rumble. Enough said. Cena, I think, right now, will be putting people over. Oh, Cena needs to win. Cena needs to win. That's fine. He could win. I would not bat an eye. I'd be like, okay, that'd be cool. Cena, I think, will lose this match because of Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul is going to cause John Cena's elimination. That's what I think is going to happen. Someone's going to cause Cena's elimination. For all we know, Cena will be in the final 2. I'm going to give this chamber to good old Pepsi Punk. Because Christian, pretty much everything he said is what I was going to say. Punk has no problem selling out. Punk has no problem being a dick. Punk has no problem being a prick. We all know that from experience. We all know that. Punk's an interesting individual. And him teaming up with Rocky, going corporate, going heel. Heel Punk is fun. I love heel Punk, and him teaming up with The Rock, the final boss, would be interesting. Him and Cody on the mic, they've been teasing that for the past few months, especially, last year with the go-home show, the Rumble, they faced off in the ring, him and Cody. This year, same thing. I love Cena, but, dude, step aside for this. Have your one-on-one. Dude, I don't think Cena's losing his Mania match. That's the thing. I don't think Cena would lose his Mania match. It's his last Mania. I think he would want to go out with a win on WrestleMania. And I know a certain friend of ours who would not be happy about that at all. So, shout out to Antoine. That's for you, my friend. And plus, heel Rock, heel CM Punk, and my two boys here, Stoops and Beast. Those are their boys. And seeing The Rock and Punk teaming up as a duo would be so entertaining. It gets me fucking hard.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Come on. We've already been demonetized once. It's all good. I want to see it. CM Punk sells his soul. He has no problem doing that. CM Punk becomes corporate. CM Punk beats Cody for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Punk gets his Mania match, his Mania main event that he's always wanted. Yeah, Punk didn't win the Rumble, but this could be a lot better for him. CM Punk wins the Chamber. Punk and Cody at WrestleMania. Logan Paul will probably do something else. Maybe with John Cena, probably now. John Cena and Logan Paul. I'm down for it. I'm going with CM Punk to win the Men's Chamber.
All right. Dustin, who are your two picks to win the Men's Elimination Chamber?
Christian, you, just like how Will said, you pretty much took all the words out of my mouth. So Punk, the ones that I don't see winning are Priest, McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins. So those to me are the ones that Seth and Drew have a little bit of a chance, but it's unlikely. Cena and Punk are my two picks. My number one pick is Punk, because like Heel Balor said, Punk has no problem selling out and being a dick. He would do that in a heartbeat. I think Punk and Rock side by side would be entertaining as hell. Plus, this I think would be a better way to get Punk into the main event of WrestleMania, finally. So, my final pick, my number one pick is Punk to win the Chamber. My number two pick is Cena, because I think Logan Paul is going to screw Cena out of his Chamber win.
Somebody also told Dustin to shut up, but folks, that was not me. That was not anybody else. That wasn't KESHAWN either. Anyways, though.
That's going to be the comeback.
Whoever that was clearly didn't agree with his opinion, but anyway. Steve, your thoughts and your two picks on the Men's Elimination Chamber.
Get your popcorn.
Absolutely a stack.
And we've run out of time.
Good night.
I'm just kidding. Happens to everybody.
This is absolutely a stacked chamber, as we saw. There's great picks from everywhere. I think there is a balance of, the three who can win, the three that can't win. And, but even besides that, this entire match is just filled with notable contenders, and, few of which Cody has come across, before. And it's like, you look at this and it's like, I'm going to just, cut to the chase. I'm going to go with the two faves as my two picks between Punk and Cena. And, like, we've made the connections here. Like, a lot of people haven't really tied together this entire thing of, when Cody says no, this is going to go on to Rock scouting somebody else out, Rock scouting his opponent out to take his soul. And I want to get on to that because it's like, it's great to see that, he's not doing stuff with the bloodline and his family. If The Rock does start something, it's going to be with his own handpicked group of people. Of those he's not blood tied to and stuff. And it's now in terms of, I honestly agree with what everyone else has said about this Punk and Rock thing, especially because, their feud over a decade ago was absolutely, beautiful. It was gorgeous. And just Punk is that type of guy who, despite all the in-story, in the wrestling world stuff about how Punk feels about Rock, whatever all that went down back in 2012, 2013, I think that Punk would be willing to side with this version of The Rock. Well, not this version of The Rock, not The Rock that's telling Cody he could get him 500 million Instagram followers. Not that Rock, The Rock last year, The Rock who was tormenting everybody, The Rock that people booed, The Rock that, whipped Cody in the ring in Chicago. I think that's The Rock that we should see, and that's The Rock that Punk would want to side with because I know he's only been back for a day, but that whole thing with, I'll sell your soul, it's like, I don't want to be that guy, but I don't know, some decline happened in this final boss game. I mean, granted, he hasn't done anything yet. He's just spoken to Cody, so maybe this will pick up because it's The Rock, but I think The Rock from last year is what Punk would side with, and I think that's going to be where this goes. So I do think that the two faves are going to be my pick between Punk and Cena, and might just come down to those two. And I really think that's where it starts because the massive heat that Punk's going to get when he eliminates Cena is going to be through the roof. Or if it's Logan or whoever eliminates Cena, but I'd rather it be Punk. But yeah, I have Punk winning this match, siding with The Rock and going on to face Cody.
Yeah. All right then,
Tyler. Mind if I slide one thing that people I think forgot?
All right.
Did people forget the favor of Paul Heyman with CM Punk? Did anyone?
I don't think that really matters.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters at this point.
I mean, I brought it up, but
we'll probably get more of that as we head into WrestleMania season. But for now, I don't really see that really affecting much of anything right now.
Fair assumption.
I play Rocky. You can have my soul if you want it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, TYLORE, your two picks to win the men's Elimination Chamber.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been waiting to be on this for a while because this fucking chamber, I swear to God, this has pissed me off ever since the participants were fully confirmed. And I think this year's chamber is a shit show when it comes to the booking. Believe me, there's nothing wrong with the participants in the chamber. It's just that the booking towards Mania and the people who could be involved in certain things makes this chamber just so fucking hard to pick. That's like, what's even the point of having the chamber be for the number one contendership when it realistically, I would have had Cody defend the belt in the chamber. I would have done that instead. Because quite honestly, there is fuck all for me to pick. And believe me, I have been very much unhappy about this for the longest time. But, oh Lord, let's go over all the participants. Damian Priest. I love you, Damian. You are one of the best competitors out there. But you don't belong in the chamber. I am so sorry. I really am, because Damian does not deserve all the hate and that kind of thing, but it's like that whole one of these things is not like the other sort of meme. It's like Damian just doesn't feel right in this chamber lineup. And to be honest, I would honestly have him get Kofi Kingston. I would have him get removed from the chamber in some sort of beatdown, and preferably, I would like it to be The Rock who beats him down to get into the chamber, win the chamber, and fight Cody at Mania. But since I'm going to go on announced picks, that's what I'm going to do. So, Damian, no. Just no. Seth Rollins. Don't get me wrong, I like Seth. I think he is pretty damn good. What he's been doing over the last few years has been fan-freaking-tastic. And honestly, I wouldn't mind the idea of doing Seth and Cody again, but no. there is another match for you. So just no, Seth. CM Punk. No. Just no. I'm sorry. I don't really like the idea of doing Punk and Cody. Like, I get why people want to see that match, but there's something else for you, Punk, this year at Mania, and it has to be either with Seth or Roman, or preferably a triple threat. Now, look, I said that I would want to see Roman team with Sami sort of thing, and yeah, absolutely, but come on. Like, after the Rumble, after what happened there, and with Seth's whole thing, I wouldn't mind to see a triple threat. I wouldn't mind that, but I personally would prefer to see Seth and Punk battle each other in a Las Vegas death match. Just let them have another damn match. I get it. People are saying, oh, the feud's over. It was a one and done. No. I mean, they're in the chamber, for God's sake. The feud ain't over with, people, so just do the match at Mania. Just please. Then we have Big Match John. And I like John Cena. John Cena is my fucking childhood. You guys know that for sure. And Cena, he is one of those guys that I respect a lot. But this is just me. I don't want to see John Cena going for a world title at WrestleMania. I don't. And the reason why I feel like that's the case is because I feel like they need to save Cena going for the world title until SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam is the right time to have John Cena go, preferably for the World Heavyweight Championship, but they'll probably do it for the WWE Championship. But honestly, Cena should be going for the belt at SummerSlam. I think John Cena should actually fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'd rather see Cena versus Orton at Mania because I feel like you've never done it at Mania, so this is really your last chance to do it. So why not end the whole Cena versus Orton feud at Mania with, like, a special sort of match like that? And believe me, folks, I am definitely down to see that. But I'm sorry, Cena fans, I just don't see him fighting Cody. I just don't. Even if he decided to turn heel and align with the final boss. That doesn't make any sense for Cena. Cena's not the kind of guy to be like your whole Hollywood Rock type thing where he betrays the fans. Like, that's not Cena's MO. Cena would never betray the fans like that. So, no, I would not do that at all. So that leaves me with my two remaining picks. The two people who I feel like I could see winning. And the first one, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Logan Paul. Yeah, I'm fucking shocked for me saying that, considering I do not like Logan Paul. But when it comes to, like, the context of the final boss picking his guy, what more corporately picked guy would it be than an influencer like Logan? Like, come on, it just makes so much sense for The Rock to be like, you know what? You have all the social media followers. You have all the sponsorship deals. You have all the money. You have all the crypto. Why not I team with you? Like, that makes a whole lot of sense. And yes, I know, we did have Cody versus Paul last year, but I don't know. I could see them doing it again. And granted, would the match be good? Probably not, but in terms of, like, a storytelling sense, yeah, I could see them doing that. Now, would Logan win the title? No, of course not. Now's not the time to give the belt to him, but I could see them doing the match. But, I think who should win the Chamber, my overall number one pick to who should win the Chamber, Drew McIntyre. I think it makes so much sense for it to be Drew versus Cody more than anything else out there. I mean, for one, The Rock and Drew McIntyre do have a fair bit of a connection. I mean, wasn't it The Rock who said that and Drew, who was saying that The Rock helped Drew sign his new contract and all that. And wasn't it as well that Drew and Rock kind of saw something in Drew being a main event level guy? So you'd think if there was someone who would sell their soul to The Rock, you'd think it would be Drew. And you know what? I could actually see Drew being the one to beat Cody. I really could. I think Drew McIntyre should be WWE Champion again, because Drew McIntyre deserves to be in that world title picture again. He was screwed over a lot last year with the CM Punk feud, and that made so much sense, sort of thing, but he deserved a longer world title run than what he was given last year. So for me, I honestly would give the Chamber win and the WWE Championship to Drew McIntyre.
All right. All right, Beast, your thoughts and your 2 picks on the men's Elimination Chamber.
Get your popcorn again.
It's gonna be a stacked match. My 2 picks are Punk and Cena, and I'll tell you why. And I will go off the first one, which is the more realistic one, I think. It's John Cena. Because I love CM Punk, clearly, duh. It's never going to happen. Punk, and I know if I could just be awarded a little time to just be a depressive asshole, CM Punk is never main event in WrestleMania. It's never going to happen. He's not winning the Royal Rumble. He's not winning the Elimination Chamber. He's never going to main event Mania. It's just not going to happen. After the Rumble, I realized that it was never going to be in the cards for him. And as a Punk fan, it hurts. It sucks. But it's never going to happen. He's getting older. He's probably going to retire in the next, when his contract's up. I don't know when his contract's up. I'm not privy to that stuff.
2026.
Okay, whenever his contract is up, I think he's done. And I know people, but you got a few years. Yeah, but again, Punk is getting older, and he has always been injury prone, and he's hurt. He's always been working hurt throughout his entire career. He's never gonna main event. It's just not gonna happen. I think Cena's gonna win here, and we're gonna get Cena and Cody at Mania. And it sucks that Punk's never gonna get that, and I don't mean to be pessimistic, but I'm more being realistic. I'm being a realist here, because Punk has never really gotten his big moment in the sun. Oh yeah, but his 434-day title reign, cool, yeah man, but how many times did he main event a pay-per-view when he fucking was world champion? How many good defenses did he have of that title? How many times did he main event WrestleMania? Oh, yeah, that's right. None. He didn't main event WrestleMania at all. He's never main event WrestleMania, and it ain't ever going to happen. Oh, but he had 2 world title reigns. I'm sorry. Both of them kind of suck dick. Like, the second one was... I think the second one was a longer one, if I remember correctly. It was better. But, I mean, goddamn, he got his fucking ass beat by Taker in the fucking Hell in a Cell match. Like, dude, I just... Punk has never felt like the guy, and it hurts for a Punk fan like myself. It's just never gonna happen. I know it's such a Twitter-ass phrase, and I apologize for using it, but he deserves better. He's not gonna get it. He's never gonna main event Mania. It's just not gonna happen. However, now let's play fantasy booker a little bit. Now let's say Punk did actually win the Chamber, and he is my second pick. Let's say Punk wins the Chamber, and we got 2 ways of doing this. 1, we get Punk Cody, and Cody does not turn heel, and Punk becomes corporate sellout Punk. We've seen it before in Ring of Honor. Goddamn, he signed his WWE contract on the Ring of Honor World Championship. It was his first time coming out to Cult of Personality. We know CM Punk can do it, and I'm here for it, because it would be dope as fuck. I'm also here for the other option. And that other option is Cody turning heel. And CM Punk being, well, the counterculture, fucking bad religion, Pennywise, fucking comeback kid CM Punk. Because he's a punk. Duh. That's the one I would maybe prefer. Because Punk has always been a little counterculture, and he's always not really looked at as the face of the company. And if you're going to keep with that, and you're going to give Punk the Chamber win, and you're going to have Cody be this smarmy, dickhead, suit-wearing son of a bitch, what better way to go after a corporate guy than with a counterculture Punk? As a counterculture Punk myself, I feel like it would be the best way to go about it. But I'm here for either way. I love corporate CM Punk. When he was corporate CM Punk in Ring of Honor, that shit was dope as fuck. Loved that, because he was a dickhead. A super dickhead. And I love super dickhead Punk. But I also like the counterculture Punk, CM Punk, who fucking slaps the suit-wearing motherfuckers in the face, kicks them in the balls, and they will smile at me and like it and show me some respect. I like that CM Punk also. That's my fucking guy. But it ain't gonna happen, is it? John Cena's winning the Chamber. It's just how it's gonna be. Cena's gonna win the Chamber. I don't want to see Cena win the 17th world title, but he probably is gonna do that too. Because, I don't know, man. Like, I like Cena, but there was a point in my life, in my younger life, where I was kind of fed up with the Super Cena shit, and we're kind of getting back to it, and I know people are like, oh, but it's his last Chamber. Fuck you. Like, dude, cool, it's his last Chamber. It doesn't mean he needs to fucking get it. Like, I was worried he was going to win the Rumble. Like, I'm sorry, in a way, like John, but fuck John Cena. Like, he's been given so much shit over the past 20 years, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm glad he didn't win the Rumble. I'm glad Jey Uso got it, because Jey Uso's white fucking hot. He deserves his moment at Mania. And Punk deserves his moment at Mania. Yeah?
Jey deserves the main event WrestleMania.
Yeah, man, like, and I'm glad Mania's 2 nights, because Punk deserves to main event Mania too, but it ain't gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I got Cena winning. I'd like to see Punk win. Definitely prove me wrong. Definitely prove my fucking, pessimistic ass wrong, and I will stick with being optimistic. But, like, goddamn, dude, part of me feels like, God, Punk's never got it, and he's never gonna get it. It's just the way it is. I'd like to see it happen. I don't think it's gonna, though.
All right. Finally, KESHAWN.
Huh?
What the
I'm in the
heck?
lounge now.
God damn it, he got in.
Dang it.
How?
He got in.
I thought
You need another door.
Fuck, damn it, he's in.
He found the secret door.
Oh no, I just ran through the damn door.
I told y'all to bolt the door shut.
Wait, it took you this long to figure that out?
Hey, excuse me for not using my strong arm.
Oh,
Do you have any idea how many times I had to fucking ram my shoulder into that door?
Just so you know, I wanted to tell you something else that I forgot to mention.
And that is
BJ Cobbledick Dingle Dingle Long Nuts 3000 was the passcode.
Based! That's my favorite flavor of ice cream.
Yeah,
Good choice of password.
Here's the thing, KESHAWN.
that's an ice cream flavor.
Here's the thing,
Where the hell
KESHAWN. You
did
should.
get that at a Diddy party?
Yeah, here's the thing, KESHAWN. You probably should. If you had asked me for the passcode, I would have given it to you this whole time.
Oh, he wasn't lying about that door. Holy hell.
That's
Well-
a thick door.
Well, you break it, you bought it, man. It's gonna be on you.
It's coming out of your paycheck.
Haha.
I'm not getting paid for this.
Call
But
yourself a
anyway,
Home Depot.
since you're finally now in here with us, give us your 2 picks for the men's elimination chamber.
So, here we are. The crescendo of this fucking show. What do I think about this? All but one of them I'm cool with. I'm cool with them winning. Whoever wins, and all but one person, looking at you, Philip, I'm good with you winning. I'm good. I'm fine with them winning. But, here's the thing. What chaps my ass is the fact that a bunch of people all of a sudden all over social media are saying that this farewell tour isn't good as they thought they were going to be. Isn't as good as they thought it was going to be, right? Because Cena's not here. Cena hasn't been here full time yet. Just because he isn't here full time doesn't mean he's not going to be here. And some people already turned on Cena saying that he never earned his spot to be in this match, which is fair. It's fair, but they're the same people that say that he should have won at the Rumble, right? And for that, I'm like, just make up your mind. Do you want him in this match or do you not? Do you want this farewell tour or not? And that is winning. Here's what I want to happen. Just for Logan Paul to absolutely piss off almost every CM Punk fan on Twitter or Instagram, whatever site they're on. I want him to be the one to eliminate CM Punk.
Wow.
Can you imagine the fury that Punk fans are gonna be feeling when one of the biggest douchebags, arguably the biggest douchebag in the company, eliminates their guy from the chamber? And for my second pick, I don't think my first pick to win this thing. I'm gonna be in the minority, and I'm gonna say Damian Priest wins.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard me. Something in my gut is telling me they're gonna swerve us. They're gonna swerve us.
Your gut also told you not to eat those burritos, and look how that turned out.
Hey, I told you I don't like Mexican food because they get me gassy.
So why'd you eat it?
It's not my fault you didn't listen.
You could have just... Oh, my God. Just hurry up.
You live and you learn, Christian.
Oh, I live and I learn.
You live, you learn.
Sounds like you didn't.
Anyway, something is telling me that they're gonna pull something unexpected and give this win to Damian Priest. I don't know why, but something is telling me they're gonna do this and give it to Damian Priest. My second pick is Cena. But why do I think he's gonna? And here's why I think he's gonna go corporate. Because this is something that my boy Antoine told me. What he pointed out. He pointed out that in that promo, in one of the promos featuring Cena, he heard a word come out of Cena's mouth that Cena never said before. It's best for business.
Are you thinking what we're thinking?
I know y'all can't see the look on. I know the people watching this can't see the look on TYLORE's face, but he looked like he just had his mind blown from the inside out.
I mean, it doesn't take much to do that.
Just ask Blackpool.
Well, regardless, I will admit it's always good to have, certain picks to win, and sometimes you think this could happen, but other times you're like, you know what, maybe, just maybe.
Believe me, man, I'll tell you, when it came down to picking who should win the chamber, it was way too hard this year.
That's what she said.
Fair enough.
And with that being said, folks, that concludes our predictions to the Elimination Chamber. Not to mention some interesting things to talk about. This podcast went almost 3 hours, and I'll be perfectly honest, folks, I did not plan for that.
Before we leave,
we'll try and shorten. Okay, I'll get you in a moment. We'll try and shorten the length again for future episodes. You were saying, KESHAWN, though?
before we end this, hey Steve.
Oh no. Yes.
I have one question. Okay.
Okay.
Do you believe in Duplessis?
I don't even.
That's my thing, you dick.
I don't even know what that
It's
means,
our
but okay.
thing, you vagina.
Anyway, that's gonna conclude this week. I can't wait for this weekend. I'll be attending all these events: SmackDown, Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Elimination Chamber, Rogers Center in Toronto, Monday Night Raw in Buffalo, New York. I'm gonna be having a good time for all this, and I hope everybody is gonna enjoy Elimination Chamber weekend in general. We'll be back next week to talk AEW Revolution, and then after that, you'll probably be a little while before you see us again, because then we'll be talking AEW Dynasty. Oddly enough, folks, this is actually history in the making. You want to know why? This is the first time ever we are.
No, I do not.
Anyway, this is the first time ever, folks, that as you know, the Losers Lounge podcast are in seasons. It always starts at WrestleMania week. This is the first time ever that we'll be talking AEW Dynasty on the same season twice.
Ooh, is this the first time we're talking a certain pay-per-view twice in a year? In general?
Yeah, that's never happened. Here's the thing. That's never happened because, get this, we've done, AEW Dynasty was on Season 7's second episode, and it's going to be the season finale of Season 7.
Yeah.
So, that's really cool. But aside from that, folks, this is we have AEW Revolution coming up, and then we got AEW Dynasty coming up, and then after that, Season 8. Yeah, the podcast has been renewed for Season 8 just in time with our new additions. And we'll be talking WrestleMania week, and that's going to be amazing. I hope that is going to be good. But in the meantime, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and Eel Balor, get us the hell out of here.
Christian, could I ask you a question?
All right.
Since I introduced the podcast, could I do the honors of outroing it?
Yeah, let him do the outro. Let's do the outro.
Yeah, because Mr. Swag is a little too busy covering up that bald spot in the middle of his head.
Shut the fuck up.
That doesn't make much of a sense, but okay, Beast, go ahead and clear us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Losers, and this is our lounge. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Too sweet, and peace out. Goodbye, and good night.